Yeah, so, last time, you guys fought a giant robot. It took up almost the whole session. And now you're inside of a bar. Well, one of you are inside of a bar and taking a rest within the Bone Cathedral. And you did not go back from the castle. So, are you guys wishing to explore deeper?
Is it nighttime anymore?
It's still nighttime.
Can we take a long rest here and like wait until day?
Yeah, that's what I thought we were planning on doing.
Yeah, me too.
Um, you could take a long rest here, but you'd be at like the very tail end of the night still. Does that make sense?
That's okay. I got some questions for my comrades.
What's up?
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
you all take a long rest, which will be at the tail end of the night cycle. So you have to endure a couple hours of hard enemies. Sorry, I just got up from a cat nap.
With a cat?
Yes,
Excellent.
Jack was
Long rest
very
taken. That was
Jack was very
necessary.
snuggly today. So, during your long rest, do any of you want to do anything?
Um,
I mean, personally, not particularly. I don't really have anything to do.
I'd rather wait until the long rest is over so I can ask some questions so it passes a little time.
Balsam would be knocked out. Like,
Okay, so you've all taken a long rest, 8 hours have passed. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna wake up. Go ahead.
where am I? Where are we? Hello?
Balsam
the
freaks
cast-
me out and I sit up quickly with both daggers out. I'm like, shut up. We're in Ludwig's bone tower thing.
He looks weird around. I forget he's wearing a mask, so no expression, but he looks out of it.
You see a rabbit and a tiefling.
Ah, right. That's where I am.
Wait, but did he come back up? Did
Yeah, I came back up.
Ringo come back up?
Yes, I came back up.
I'm gonna stretch and kind of look at Pringo with my
I was
eyes
here.
narrowed.
I would have been here when you got up.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, like as soon as I realized the priest was the person in the bar, I would have come back up immediately, anyways.
I'm gonna talk to Pringo in his head, fully aware that Ludwig can probably hear us. And be like, hey, it's me. I kind of like wave at you from the corner.
Oh, this is quite weird.
Yeah,
Not quite
can
like-
be. First time. And I flash him a grin.
Sorry, I'm paying attention. I'm just also currently dealing with hot oil and chicken nuggets. Yeah, first time.
I just wanted to ask you, I noticed you've been trying to get into people's heads a bit, including our apparent benefactor, although I'm not quite sure if I trust him enough to call him that, but at least he gave us a place to stay. Just wanted to know what the fuck is up with that.
Don't worry about it. Just some stuff that I learned about in a place around here somewhere. Just some new skills that I think a demon lord gave me. I think
A god.
interrogation or something like
A
that.
god.
Will you get in trouble if you tell me about them?
Don't know. To be honest with you.
So were you just trying them out, or do you like have to do it for some reason?
Oh,
Because
no,
I
I'm
noticed
just
you
trying.
weren't able to.
No, I was just trying them out. I don't think I really have to do them or anything. Just looked cool.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. And I'm gonna look around. What's in the place that we're in right now?
You are currently in his guest room. Well, you're currently in his room, where there is a bed, a desk, a little kitchen area, that coffee table and sofa that you guys ate stale bread and had tea with before in his desk. There's also some boxes underneath his bed. You do not see Ludwig anywhere. He's nowhere to be seen.
I was gonna ask, can
Can you...
I'm thinking. Can I cast out my thoughts and try to see if like Ludwig's around?
What do you mean?
I want to ask him if I can read one of his books. I learned from my last time.
You might have to go
Do you have
looking for him.
message?
I might have to what?
Go looking for him or something.
Do you have message?
I don't think I do.
Was that not what you used with Prango?
What did I use for Prango? Because I did it with you earlier. I'm not sure.
What did you use
If-
just now? Tell
If it
us.
That's
was
a really
message.
good question because
No, that is a really good question. Why don't you look at your character sheet and tell us?
I used to, because I had something that allowed me to do it like the first day, but I'm not seeing it now.
I don't remember if it's like a cantrip or
I
a
thought it
level
was a
spell.
cantrip, but there was a cantrip that I used to talk to. But it's not on my sheet now. I don't know. Okay, so basically
you
nothing
change-
happened. We just woke up.
Let me try to see what the fuck
Thistle
you used.
just had all that in her head and just felt super confident about the
You
combo
know,
she had with
Thistle, you
herself.
just had a really good
I hear
dream.
voices.
And you
What?
had a really good dream of what you thought you were talking to Prango about, but instead, Prango never heard a word
no,
of it.
it's Rary's telepathic bond, and I can cast it as a ritual. That's what it is.
Okay, so you just used a ritual. Congratulations.
Yeah. And so I could give it to several people, so I'm gonna include Balsam and
Oh, hello, I've been here the whole time.
what's his face if he's within 30 feet of us in any direction. Ludwig.
Liquid.
Ludwig.
I heard somebody say liquid. I don't know who
Liquid
which of you
ocelot.
said it.
I'm eating and drinking liquid, but I said Ludwig.
So he says to you, "Yes, what is it? Do you need something?"
Is it okay if I read one of your books, and can you tell me where I can find them?
It depends
so?
on the book.
Is there a book that you wouldn't mind me reading?
Well, it's not rather that I wouldn't mind you reading one. It's more of the books that I have aren't really made for mortal minds.
You're not big on straight answers, are you?
There's a high likely chance that the magic would kill you if you tried to read one of them.
Fine, I'm gonna pull out some of my thread and start playing Cat's Cradle by myself. I'm
But
gonna hold it out to Balsam and see if he wants
If
to
you're
play too.
looking for a good read and you're desperate for something, I can give you a non-magical book.
Thank you. That totally wasn't what I was asking from the beginning.
Go to my desk, the third drawer down, and open it up.
Okay, I go.
As you open it up, you find there is his adventure logs from his adventuring days. 3 books. Three thick leather-bound journals of hundreds and hundreds of pages each of his adventuring days when he was with his party when he was still alive.
Is there anything, like, I'm asking DM, is there anything that, like, we could learn that's of use by reading these?
No, they're just flavor.
Okay, great.
What
I'm just
type
gonna
of flavor?
take out my
Is it
knitting then
chocolate?
and tossed one over to Balsam.
Ooh, literature.
Can Balsam read?
Hold on.
He's
What's
very
the
smart.
intelligence to not read? I got a
Uh,
+1 in intelligence. I can read. We got lucky.
in the
God.
3rd grade reading level.
My 3rd grader reads at a high school reading level.
Yeah.
That was me.
I'm still a little slow.
God.
So, as you're reading
Everyone
the books,
is good in their own way.
as you're reading the books, you find tales of some machinations of a wizard, and this wizard wished to curse the world with some kind of metallic virus that would take over and turn them into warforged. And when they did so, that he had many adventures dealing with a mafia, a political warfare charged between a lich and the lizard men, a war with the high elves and the ancient dwarves in the mountains, a sort of murder mystery that was involving an aboleth, something that involved giant robots between the deserts and the mountains, and then something of an underdark maze involving gnomes and Asimar.
So I don't exactly want to go through our friend's stuff, but is there anything interesting or something that we should be, like, paying attention to or finding up here? Besides a safe
I'll go
place to
through
be?
it.
Depends. What do you want to rummage around in?
I'm sitting on his bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking.
It smells like lemons.
You know, for being a musty old castle, this actually smells quite good up here.
Do you want to rummage through his
What?
personal belongings in the boxes?
I only smell rotten smells around here.
Hey, Balsam,
If I held up a dead
Yes?
fish in front of your face, would it smell good to you?
Depends.
That's been sitting out in the sun for like 4 days.
This mask, it's pretty good with filtering out smells.
I'm just trying to figure out if, like, good smells smell bad to you and bad smells smell good to you.
More nature smells. I am more of a fan of.
But not lemon. Okay.
What? You smell lemon? Where?
Our DM just said we smelled lemon.
On the bed.
He's not near the bed.
Oh. Well, it smells good by me. I pat the seat next to me.
Crouches down. Starts sniffing. Sniff, sniff,
You-
sniff, sniff, sniff.
If you sniff the bed, it smells of lemon.
Oh. Is there anything under the bed?
There are 2 boxes.
I mean, I do just naturally smell
Ah. I grab those boxes and pull them out.
As you pull out the boxes, you see there are a lot of personal belongings here. Some lockets, a pocket watch, gloves, adventuring gear. You also see there are a few potions in there, as well as a book or 2, some ink and quill, and a weird chest with a bunch of chains around it.
Ooh. Liquid, are you still in my head?
It should
No,
be.
I guess not.
Ludwig.
Yes, what is it?
Liquid.
My name's not Liquid. I will smite you.
Oh, you would love that, you little devilish you.
If you're trying to flirt with a priest, it's ending horribly.
Oh, that's a shame.
You tried to flirt with the priest. I tried to torture the priest.
What's this little chest that has chains on it?
I will ask you in the most polite way possible, why are you rummaging around in my personal belongings.
I'm bored.
I'm not. I say, I'm just sitting here.
Why did you allow your friend to rummage around my personal belongings?
We don't really allow Bolson to do anything. He just kind of does.
I'm really not in charge of these two.
So is this a no-no with this
I
chest?
would recommend you put it back.
Okay, I
and
will
don't
respect your wishes.
Touch it.
We'll pack it up and just put it back under the bed.
Ludwig, is there anything that you wouldn't mind us taking with us to allow us to better serve and protect your temple as we go throughout the rest of the castle?
I do have something. I'll be back in a moment.
What if I say please?
I'll still be back in a moment. It takes a while to come down from the top.
What if we silently gave you puppy dog eyes while you are not here?
Would not affect me in the slightest.
Ooh, shoot.
Prego, start acting cute.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Oh shit.
So,
Right.
He's gathering his things, and he's at like the top of the cathedral, so it's going to take him a while to get back down.
Do you
Well,
need
we
some
got
help?
time to kill.
No, it's a simple preparation of my own. It's just, I'm doing something rather private.
Hey,
Are you going to the
Paulson?
bathroom? You do not want us to see you use the restroom.
I mean, who does want that? Someone to
Roll
see
me an
you go to the
intelligence
restroom?
save, Walsum.
The boom. 16.
Okay. Instead of taking damage, you get a horrible migraine.
Can you keep this light for me?
Oh! What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was unmuted.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
You,
Migraine.
you have a
Ah!
horrible migraine now.
The pain! The pain!
Disadvantage on concentration.
Oh shit. Fuck, no ice fucking storm anymore.
I'm not burning anything. I'm still
So, as a 10 or 15 minutes
Balsam-
pass,
Sorry, wait. Balsam, are you done with those books?
Oh, right, I still have these. You want them?
Yes,
Good
I'm
one.
gonna take them from him and do
What
a
will
quick
you do
bind
for
off
them?
on my
Hmm?
knitting. And I just take them from him and give him a sigh and tuck them back in the drawer where they belonged. And on top of them, I'm gonna put a second glove that I finished knitting to match the first one, and just tuck them back in the drawer and put it away.
sure. As he comes back, still wearing the glove you gave him, it's unraveled a little bit now, but he comes back and he brings you 3 bottles as he walks over to you and sets them near you. These should help you through your journey.
This alcohol?
Pretty
No,
sure Prango has us covered in that direction.
Yeah, I
I
don't
am giving
want to
you-
feed his addiction.
I am giving you 3 silvered bottles of holy water.
Thank you.
Put this in
Oh,
the
wow.
LC, and I'll tell you what they do.
That should taste good.
Ludwig, can I borrow your glove for a minute, please? The one you're wearing?
You may. He gives it to you.
I'm gonna take out my darning needle and just patch up the part that got frayed. You do a lot of work with your hands, do you?
Yes, I'm quite the alchemist, you could say.
Well, that's why I made them fingerless and just put it back on his hand.
Thank you.
So what do these do?
I'm typing them out right now.
So we can add those to our inventory?
Who's gonna carry on?
That would be...
Well, there's 3. We can get 1 each.
We can do that.
There you go. Silvered holy water. When thrown onto an enemy, You can deal auto crits for the next 2 turns of combat.
Sweet. Silvered too, so
Undead and elder ancient beasts. So like your werewolves and vampires and shit.
Resource description. There it is.
Obviously won't really work on automatons, but you know.
would it still like do crits? Just not like extra damage or whatever?
No, it wouldn't do anything. So like when you
Okay.
think holy water, like anything that's undead or unholy, and when it's silvered, anything that's like weak against silver, like your mythical beasts of dragons, werewolves, vampires, your Frankenstein's monsters, eldritch creatures and such. But like non-living things like automatons or warforged or constructs like golems, it wouldn't really do anything.
Okay, got it.
That's when you land your attacks, right?
Auto
don't just
crit
automatically hit?
It'll just automatically hit.
Oh,
and do
okay.
crit damage.
We each want to take one?
I'll take one.
These should help you on your journey. And he walks over
How
to
much?
his desk and... Did you put the books back?
Yes, it did.
He opens up the drawer just to make sure and says, "Oh, a glove. Thank you once again for another glove. My hands feel so warm."
That was supposed to be a surprise for later, but should have counted on you to be the fastidious type. About your possessions.
Yes, yes. I don't have much left in this world.
Is it daylight yet?
No, sadly not.
Don't mean to be rude. I'm just bored. Thistle doesn't like being bored.
Are you guys going to continue
Be like
on, or
me,
are you gonna wait?
entertain yourself.
Are you gonna wait for nightfall to come, or nightfall to pass?
I don't think we just wait for it to pass.
You could say the nightfall that you have to worry about is less about a state of the outside, is more of a state of the castle. I should educate you a bit more, I guess. This is important. The day and night cycle of the castle are different than the day and night cycle of outside. It could be day but still night in the castle. What it refers to is when someone comes into the castle as an intruder, being all of you, the castle goes through a security loop, you could say, of magic. Within the day, it's normal functioning. As the longer you stay within the castle, and it has not caught its intruders, it will slowly give more magic to its beings, heightening their strength, making it harder for you to progress. That is the night that we speak of, referring to its night's horde. In the
So
daytime,
since we chose to stay here, does it reset?
no. It continues
You
to
could
get
just say the
harder.
moon goes up in the sky and we're just done there.
TLDR, out of character. Basically, in the daytime, day meaning, in terms of fantasy, if you want to think about it like the undead, the daytime weakens all powers of the night. So all the monsters are like their normal level of D&D. As you go inside the castle, if you want to think of like Red Alert almost, the security level gets higher and higher the longer you stay. Things get harder. So as
So
you
we're
stay,
making it worse for ourselves
yes,
by just staying
you're
in
making it
place.
worse. That's why I said you might want to leave each time.
Well, fuck.
Now you figured out the reason why they told you to leave when it becomes night in the castle.
This is really good information, Ludwig. Thank you. Well,
The creatures of the night have awoken.
Well, shit. Okay. Nice to know. Sorry, I've been
I-
muted this whole time.
Prango, I guess you've been gearing up for a fight, right?
Yeah.
It's about to get
I'm-
hard there.
Let's go get
afraid-
into a fight.
I'm afraid
Heck
that...
yeah.
Now, something I will say, though, is that as... You shouldn't be too worried, though. While the Night Horde
To
does...
what? Sorry, couldn't hear you.
You shouldn't be too worried, though. As the Night Horde does come out, it should be noted that they do get frailer. They're strong in terms of, well, prowess and strength, but very frail when it comes to their actual constitution.
So strong but low hit point. Strong
Out
but
of
weaker in
character,
terms of hit.
glass cannons. They become glass cannons.
We'll
Ah.
take them
Got
out as
it.
quickly as possible.
Huh?
Take them out as quickly as possible.
Pretty much. So, like, if you want to imagine, like, a skeleton, for example, goes from, like, a skeleton knight, to a giant skeleton, then goes to a skeleton berserker, then a barbarian, then, like, a skeleton monk, each time lowering its armor class and health, but getting massively stronger.
Okay, I'm taking notes. Got it.
Think of them as, like, evolutions, if you want to think about it like that.
This is fantastic information, Ludwig. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Quite great.
What do we think, boys? Shall we shall?
Why
now,
not?
before
You think we shall? I think shall we shall.
last time, Ludwig told us that if we go down into the water, into the underbelly, which I think you two found when I wasn't here, into like the sewers of the castle, that's where we needed to go because it was like a good waypoint between different points of the castle. Is that right?
The underwater caves of ice and water.
Yeah.
The catacombs. It's a good area to go from one side of the castle to the other without too much friction.
Do you two want to do that, or do you want to just continue exploring the way that we have been? We need to get some information to bring back to the guild because my pockets are looking a little weak, if you know what I mean.
I completely agree with that. I say let's keep on going the way that we've been going.
Okay,
We're supposed to
but
get paid for this? Nobody
No,
told
honey,
me. I
you're
thought this
supposed to
was
give it all-
volunteer work.
you're supposed to just give it all to me.
Scratches
Roll me,
his
roll me
mask
persuasion.
I'm not really
Is it-
trying
what?
to persuade him.
No!
That's deception. That's
Roll me
deception.
persuasion on that thistle. No, sorry,
but
deception.
24.
That's
Okay,
deception.
and what's your insight?
What?
Insight
Mine?
check.
Let's
No,
see.
insight check,
mine.
Balsam.
Fuck, 10.
Okay, from this point forward, you're giving her half of your pay cut.
No.
He's
I
convinced.
say
Fuck.
in your head, I'm not really gonna take it, honey.
Who said that?
Now you're just fucking with him.
We're all in this together, and I give him a wink.
Gaslighting Balsam right now.
I bullshit. It's what I do.
This
I'm
castle
a
is
fucking
tearing me
demon.
apart.
Gaslighting the poor boy.
Well, if you two are done arguing about money, are we ready to keep on going?
Absolutely.
Okay, as you
Why
guys
not?
walk out, exiting the Bone Cathedral, you see a somber face as he waves at you. And as you carry on, you all climb down the ladder, and you come to once again, the split. Do you go forward through the corridor, or do you go below to the catacombs?
That's not the same catacombs as the underwater ice and spikes, is it?
Yes.
It is? Okay.
So you exited the Bone
Is that the
Cathedral.
way we're gonna go?
You're at the split point of the map, where you either go forward through the next grand hallway, which will lead you towards the Altar of a Flux, or you can go down to an unexplored location.
I wasn't here last time. So this is your two call.
So going up is the way that we went, and I
What do you
got
mean not here last time? You were here last time? Last session?
I meant the last time that they had to make the choice. Because I just followed them because we heard
I think
they're
we should,
being attacked.
I think we should go game.
You think we should what?
I think we should go down.
I think we should let the wind carry us.
So,
Anyway,
where are you guys going?
Down.
Okay, I'm just making sure, God. So, as you guys walk down the steps, going down deeper...
I'm not mad, I'm saying it with conviction.
...down into the castle, you come to a split point in your path. So, when you walk down these steps, they aren't quite lit, but then you see there's torches that then light the way. As you come down, you see there's footwork of stone. You know, like in Venice, how there's like the different alleyways of water everywhere?
Totally been to Venice. No, I have no idea.
I know what you're talking about, yes.
Where there's like the streetways of stone, and then in between the streets are like water. There's bridges to each part. You see, like on a
instead of streets,
like on a smaller scale, you see like sidewalks connected with like little sidewalks and roads connected with bridges in between them, with water flowing underneath everything.
So we don't have to get in the water.
No, you can just walk on the stone.
You can if you want to.
Wouldn't recommend
Take
it.
A little dip.
So the water looks quite deep.
It looks,
and it's pretty clear. It's very clear for what you would think of. It's a teal blue color, very tropical almost, very warm. You have two paths. You can go off to the left, or you can go off to the right. The left leads into a small cave, and the right leads you deeper into the catacombs.
Right is always right. Or is it left is always right?
Could I listen out to see if I hear any signs of life either way?
Nature check.
Nature check? Not a
blast.
You're looking for life.
I'm listening for signs of. I'm like listening for any kind of signs of
perception
life,
in nature.
Pringo, do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, 1 second. Let me make sure. I'm fairly certain.
And then nature check.
I believe we all have dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay, 17 on both. Okay,
so as you hear around you, as you're trying to pinpoint any creatures, you hear the sloshing of water and swimming, as if there are sea creatures below the water, but they're surface levels creatures, meaning as long as you don't plunge in the water, they're not going to get to you. Second, you hear slithering, almost of like a snake or tentacles, and it's coming from the right. And then you also hear sloshing of water towards the left of you in the cave, but more of like shallow water that's not connected to the one that you see right now. So you can think there's maybe like a puddle or maybe like a little body of water in there somewhere. Given with what you know right now, left is probably a nest. Right is probably your way to the catacombs.
Y'all think anything here is edible?
No, it seems as if to the left, that seems that there might be a nest of some kind, and to the right, it might be the way to the catacombs.
I see food in one direction and not food in the other.
I'm a fan of always choose both, but if we wanted to go take out the nest first, we can always do that and then double back.
That is true. It makes more sense. I kind of feel like punching something after the skeleton.
It could also be delicious.
I didn't just leave, okay? I went to the bar to have a drink, okay? Hop off.
Oh, you should have told me. I would have drank with you.
All right, Balsam, let's go find you a fish.
Let's
Start
eat.
taking off towards the left.
Okay. Left.
As you head towards the left, you head into a small cave area that's kind of dark and dim. As most of you have dark vision, you can see in the dark, but it's not like night vision, or it's like thermal goggles. It's you just see a little bit in front of you. As you
As
head
we're walking, I'm taking out my crossbow. Is that one hand or two-handed? Okay. I'm gonna take out a dagger in my offhand and my short sword in my
I mean, depends on what crossbow you have.
the what?
Depends on what kind of crossbow you have.
is it a short
Mine says
crossbow?
two-handed.
Or it's a normal
A
crossbow.
light crossbow, but it says two-handed.
Okay, so yeah, a short crossbow is one-handed, light crossbow is two-handed, and then heavy crossbow, obviously.
All right, next on my list, I want a short crossbow.
Kind of like pistols, but for arrows.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
as you walk forward, you find there is a nest. And in this nest, there is a bunch of large eggs. You see there's like large eggs almost looking like large, like they're tan colored and have dots of blue and purple on them. And they're kind of like sitting halfway in the water, just kind of floating there.
Think we could cook those up?
They're about the size.
I'm sure you could. I'm not sure if you'd want to.
They're about the size of a lamp.
I mean,
Lamb
that's
or
quite an
lamp?
omelet.
The animal or the thing that sits on your desk?
The lamp.
Yeah.
But the size of a lamp.
Oh, okay.
What will you do?
Should I poke it?
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right.
You should.
Balsam will take out his staff, twirl it a little bit, and give it a little poke as far as he can extend it. Just a poke.
It's about 10 feet in front of you before you get in the water. And you just kind of
Oh.
poke it with your staff. And, you know, it's soft to the touch. It's not a hard egg, it's a soft egg.
Not touching it.
But, the water's pretty shallow. It's only like a couple inches deep.
Okay. That don't, Can I make a check to figure out what this is?
I don't really know if any of you would know what this is.
Any kind of a nature check?
I mean, do any of you have knowledge of sea creatures?
No.
I'd say probably more forest creatures here.
Then even with a nature check, you wouldn't really be able to know because it's inside the egg.
Well, one second. I need to.
You need to eat your chicken nuggets.
No. I was just checking. I was checking my background. I thought this was the character I had Sailor as a background for.
Yeah, that's the other one I'm playing. I'm like, no, I don't have any information of sea knowledge in this one.
God. For
So,
real.
what are you guys gonna do? There's these like 6 or 7 eggs in front of you.
There's nothing else in the nest besides eggs.
No.
If y'all want, I could be really loud and try and draw out anything.
Maybe it's not
About,
the greatest.
could I use Mage Hand to pick one up,
You can.
Oh.
or are they too heavy?
No, you can pick it up. So you use
Okay,
Mage
I'm
Hand, and you pick it up. The hand has a hard time getting a grip on it, but like it picks it up. About 8 pounds.
I'm gonna bring it over to Balsam. And say, here you go, breakfast.
I have no idea how to cook this.
Would you gonna hold it, Balsam?
Is it? Nothing happens when the egg gets picked up.
No.
I'll basically wrap it in my cloak and basically like tie it.
As you wrap it up, you feel something moving inside.
Ah, this is alive. I slowly
Also,
put it
all
down
eggs
on the
are
ground.
alive.
I'm gonna
Oh, it's
punch the
moving.
egg.
You're gonna punch it.
Wait, they're gonna hit me. Ow.
You're gonna punch the egg.
I'm gonna punch the egg.
The
Okay.
one boss I'm holding?
Yes, you're holding
Ah.
it. I'm punching it.
Okay. Roll. You don't really need to roll me to hit. As you punch the egg, you hear a loud crack, like bones are snapping, and then and then it
Oh.
stops moving.
But the egg,
Oh.
did it break?
No, the egg flexed.
You killed it.
The egg flat.
These are strong eggs. I'm gonna use Mage Hand again and pick up another one, and I'm gonna tuck it into my backpack.
I'm gonna
As
put
you-
it down and
As you take one of the eggs and you go to stick it in your backpack, you see once again it starts to like something's moving inside.
Just gonna kind of tap on it with my knuckle and say, "Hello? I won't eat you." Knock,
As
knock, knock.
as
I
it does
might.
so, you see that
I'm a
something.
friend.
You see that something's like poking at it, and then
I'm hungry.
it's like poking at your knuckle.
I think it's talking to me.
You gonna do anything?
Ask it about its car insurance.
Thistle.
Stupid. I'm gonna knock twice and see if it answers back in a way
As
that
you-
seems like it's.
As you knock twice, you see that it kind of pushes something against the egg, kind of push, and then it pushes a little bit harder, like it's trying to get out.
Ah, these eggs are close to hatching. That's what's going on. Although this one is dead. He definitely got punched out.
I
Balsam's gonna
want a pet, so I'm gonna take it with me.
Balsam's
So-
gonna put the egg in the ground
So as
and
you
pull
try
out a
to
dagger
tuck
and
it
try
away,
and cut it open.
You see a little claw kind of dig at the shell and kind of open it up a little bit.
On the one I'm holding?
Yes.
Okay.
You gonna help it open?
Well, you're supposed to let things hatch naturally, so I'm just gonna give it some encouragement. Say, "Hi, you can do it."
It just kind of snips at the shell and kind of opens it up. And this is what you see. I'll go and
You
grab
can do it.
Are we about to see the most monstrous thing ever?
I'm gonna pick a little kind of few fragments of shell away from the edge and one that's clinging to the claw. I feel like, what is it, like the people in Jurassic Park right now?
You found a
Oh, it's a
chul.
lobster.
You found a baby chul.
It's a what?
A lobster creature.
A baby chul.
Oh, if we boil that, that will probably turn red and be delicious.
You're not boiling my baby. Go get your
Oh.
own.
But let me see if this one's still alive.
Definitely eat the dead one.
So there's your monster stat block to look at. Thistle.
Can I keep it? Or is
Well-
it gonna attack me?
As it comes out of its shell, the mucus comes out and stuff, pours out the bottom of the shell,
Ugh.
draining away. It looks up at you, kind of covered in a pinkish bluish goo as it comes out, and it takes out one of its many little frilly tendrils from its mouth and kind of
Mm-hmm.
slaps up against your cheek. It is doted
Can I
on
see?
you.
Are there any little tiny fish in the water or anything nearby?
Yeah.
Can I try to very quickly I don't know, sneak attack or something and just grab a fish out of the water with my hand?
Sleight of hand.
Slight. Oh, that's awful. 5.
You sleight of hand a rock.
All right, I'm gonna try again. That's 7.
Sleight of hand
How's
another
my
rock.
sleight of hand stuck right now?
Could just feed it a ration.
Do I? I don't. I was looking at my equipment. I don't think I have rations. Do I? Oh, I guess I do have a ration. Okay.
As you
I'm
give
gonna
it you give it a basic
fish out of my pocket and
yeah, you give it a basic fish and bread ration, and you kind of like
little sardine.
it just kind of it's about hatching out of this egg. It's about as big as a 7-month-old cat.
Okay, I got rid of one of my rations.
So it's about as big as a
Here you go.
7-month-old cat, and it's like looking up at you, and like it takes the ration and eats the fish and stuff. And
Balsam, are you still hungry? What did you do with your egg?
It is still in my hands.
Did you figure out if it's alive or not?
it's dead.
Let me go ahead and do that.
I can tell you right
it
now,
is dead.
it's dead because Alpha killed it.
Oh, geez. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to like warm it up and make it like really hot. There you go, breakfast, and I'm gonna like hide my little.
As you begin to use prestidigitation to warm the egg up, the mucus inside begins to expand before it bursts all over Balsam, and out slumps this dead carapace of a chul with like a
I've
bluish-green mucus all over him.
never been less hungry in my life.
What does it taste like? The mucus, not the
Seaweed.
carapace.
Seaweed and moldy seaweed.
This would probably be good in the broth.
I'm gonna put my back to Balsam and just pet my slimy little creature's head.
As the slime starts to come off, it feels kind of like the outer carapace of like a lobster shell. It's small. He looks at you.
You're not the cutest thing in the world, but neither am I.
Balsam will pull out Ivan.
So what happens is the tendrils that had on your cheek kind of like give way, and like a small little pink, odorless mucus dissolves on your face. It is imprinted on you.
What's that mean?
You're
It
its
thinks you are its mother.
Oh, yay.
Like when a little duckling will follow something.
I'm gonna look at Ivan and say, "No, you're good, Alex." I'm gonna look at Ivan and say, "Ivan, this is a friend. Don't eat it." And I'm gonna like put my hands down and show.
Ivan, you have a little sibling now. It is your job to take care of them. All right, little man?
Ivan just smacks you in the face.
I think he gets it. Good job,
He's
Ivan.
such a good kitty. All right, I'm gonna tuck my little weird sea creature up like I don't know how to carry this thing on my shoulder, like under my hair.
He just kind of crawls behind your neck and kind of just sits on your pack behind your hair, under your hair, behind your neck. So he's like away from everything.
Yes, I felt like he'd rather be away, or she. We don't know yet.
He.
Okay.
The he's are blue, she's are yellow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're color based.
Boys blue, girls yellow.
Oh, I heard he is blue, keys are yellow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Blue.
Keys
male
of the
male
sea.
chuls are blue and purple, and then the females are yellow and orangish.
Well, then I'm so glad I got you because you go with my hair. There's nothing else in this cave that is like particularly interesting.
There's just a bunch more eggs.
We can look for the mother.
Yeah, 'cause that'll go well.
Yeah, I don't want to. Let's go back to the let's go further in the catacombs.
Shame.
So
Are you still hungry?
It's more anticipation. You know, it's all about the build up. A good meal always needs a little charging up.
As you begin to walk along, um, your little Chul monster thingy is kind of like playing with your hair. He's not like pulling at it or anything, he's just kind of like pushing the hair aside, back and forth.
Yeah, kind of like my bird would do.
And so as you come forth, you come to the other end, the right side, going over stepping stones of cement and stone and bridges, and you come to what seems as the far off a door, but there is a mass of tentacles in front of it
Ooh.
that are pulsating.
Well, that's kind of creepy as shit.
No kidding.
By the way, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
We
So
missed
the
it.
tentacles are like holding the door shut?
They're wrapped around the door. Like that's just, like it's made that area its home, and it's just kind of wrapped the tendrils around the door.
Octopus tentacles?
Kinda.
Some.
They look more like eels than tendrils.
Should I roll any kind? Is there any kind of check that I could roll to try to see about how to get past it? Or anything like written down? Or are there
Sure.
any like
Yeah,
hidden
roll
switches?
me. You can roll me
Good
a
thinking.
deception plus nature.
Deception in the nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 25 on the deception check.
Damn.
A 17 on the nature check.
Okay. As you use your deception, so your deception plus nature, you're looking more towards the eldritch side of things. That's why I wanted you to roll deception, because inverse. Here's what this thing looks like. You have found a... What is this thing called? A polymorph eel.
Ew. That is crazy. That is a
Its
cool
tentacles look
monster.
edible.
That is dope and disgusting at the same
Yes,
time.
exactly.
So you see a
That's
polymorph
exactly
eel,
that.
in which it begins to unravel. You see that its chest begins to shape into almost like that maw, and then different eels come out as they've heard you speak. You hear the different eels speaking in a guttural tongue that sounds like your guys' voices.
Wait, we didn't say anything.
You are within the chamber, though.
Oh,
When you
okay.
guys were talking, it echoed. You just hear the different eels, kind of, each one of them move their mouths like they're talking to each other, but they're mimicking your voice. Talking through your voice.
Wait,
That's so creepy.
so question.
Mm-hmm.
They're this is a sentient being?
Yes.
With enough
Okay.
intelligence to mimic.
That's cool. I'd like to try to curse it then.
Don't you have to punch it?
I will punch it.
So,
If you guys can hear my dogs playing, tell me.
okay. So, let me get up an owl bear thing for this. Okay.
Well, actually, I mean, so I'll punch it, but like, I want to give the rest of the party a chance to react if they're gonna stop me from punching it.
Balsam's
Nah, dude, if
reaction.
you weren't gonna do that, I was gonna do a Ray of Frost.
Hold on.
Okay,
Reaction.
no.
Balsam does do something.
So,
He looks at it and he
in-
says, "With a little bit of rub, that could be delicious."
It just repeats to you, with a little bit of rub, you could be even more delicious.
Oh, it's intelligent. Okay.
You wouldn't be wrong. I think I taste like chicken.
You then see its head begin to twist back like 106, like 360 degrees, as it then polymorphs into a twisted face of both Thistle and Balsams, like on separate halves. As it says in both of your voices, "Let's make this fun."
Well, did I get my punch off before initiative?
So,
Because I'm kind of like
I
standing
didn't
right
tell you
near it.
how far you guys were away from it, so that probably should have been better. You were 20 feet from this thing.
Oh, okay.
We're doing theater of mind here. You're 20 feet away from it. There's a singular point that you have to go to. I think you guys can handle that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or do you want
Can
the
I
owl?
then-
Or do you
Get
want
off
the?
an attack before initiative, or are
do
we just
you-
going into initiative?
Or do you want the owl
I
bear?
mean,
I can do owl bear if
I
that's
don't
what
need
you need.
I don't need it. If we're 20 feet away and it's a singular hallway, it seems
Yeah, it's fine.
fairly straightforward.
It's more like a
Quite
cone.
literally.
So like you have like the singular point, and then it spreads out like a cone, then a hall. But yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm not in range for the punch, then would I be able to instead give off my Eldritch Tattoo before combat?
Yes. But before you do
Alright.
that, just give me a minute so I can get the encounter set up.
Yeah, of course. I'm just gonna roll the d6.
Okay. So you're using your tattoo. What did you get for your d6?
That is a 4 this time, so I'm looking
Okay.
at the Dowloff.
Daloth, bones shall emerge from the floor, allowing you to place a planar shift trap and set the planar shift trap onto the one you desire. If anything sets foot in the trap, it will be shifted to the plane you desired instantly. Place the trap somewhere within the 20-foot area, and then tell me the plane you want to be shifted to. Well, that plane the trap
So
shifts to.
I place it in the 20-foot area from me.
Yes, but it cannot be under something already.
Damn. I wish I was 5 feet forward because I was gonna place it right behind him. But all right, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and place it. I'll place it on the floor right in front of him.
So like 5 feet from him.
5 feet in front of the polymorph eel thing.
Okay.
Will that hit if we touch it?
Yes.
Yes. And
Okay.
so to make sure that the two of you don't touch it, I'm just gonna yell out, "Don't step on the bones. They'll send you somewhere that's
You see
quite a
some bone
very
spikes
unpleasant
come up and graft and like kind of like grab a part of the stone, and then they sink back into the stone as if you just don't see the bones anymore. So somewhere 5 feet in front of him is a bone trap.
Don't step in front of them."
Are we still within an hour of leaving the bone place? The bone palace?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, can you say that in our heads instead? Because this thing's taking everything that we say into regard.
Do I? Oh, okay, yeah. Then if the telepathic thing's still up, yeah, I'll say this. I'll say all this in your head. Don't step 5 feet in front of him. It'll send you to quite a burning place of fun. And I'm gonna make the plane shift to go to the realm of the plane of fire.
Excellent.
Burn endlessly.
Okay.
And we're still
Okay.
not in initiative, right?
No, you need to roll me initiative still.
Oh.
Well, yeah. That was before initiative. That was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I rolled a 10.
Holy shit! 33.
Damn. At a 12.
I get plus 14 to initiative, and I rolled.
Rabbit is hopping.
Oh yeah, rabbit is quick, motherfuckers.
Okay, Prango, you're first. What do you want to do?
All right. Alrighty, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw a dart at him.
Actually, I'm going to make
Yep.
an owlbear map for this, because I just realized this is going to get a little complicated with the thing he has. So,
Okay.
1 minute, I'm making that right now.
Do 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 do.
Sorry, guys.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Got a favorite Jeopardy?
What?
I said you have a favorite Jeopardy, like original, sports, technology.
I didn't know there were different kind. That might be
Different
the weirdest
ones.
question I've ever been asked.
Yeah,
My favorite kind of Jeopardy was watching it with my grandma when I was little.
I
question,
never
is that-
really sat down and watched it.
Yeah, grandma loved. She put up with Jeopardy just to get through to Wheel of Fortune.
Same. Question: does that trap affect me?
Yeah. If you step in
Okay.
it.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a dart at him.
1 minute. I almost got the map up.
Technically, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and just roll the attacks.
Okay.
So the first one is a soft 20 to hit. The second one is also a soft 20 to hit.
Here's the owlbear link.
Well, oh, I was picturing the cone going a totally different way, so that's very helpful.
Yeah.
Dude, that is like honestly a very cool monster.
The
Okay,
poly
did
eel?
everybody see that circle where the thing was? The trap?
I moved the trap, so
Well, I
Wait,
mean,
so
that's
now-
good.
it's invisible.
So now we don't know where it is, or is it where it was before?
I moved it somewhere 5 feet. So within that one area 5 feet square from,
So I
Alright,
rolled,
cool.
I rolled 2 soft 20s.
within
to hit.
this area is the trap.
Mhm.
So your 220s hit, roll me your damage.
First one is gonna be 5 points. The second one is gonna be 6 points.
So 11 damage overall.
Yep. Let me see if there's anything. I have to go to my features and traits report. Just gotta read. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to spend a key point to use my greater patient defense,
Okay.
which allows me to also get temporary hit points equal to I believe it's my wisdom modifier plus a roll of my martial arts die. Yes. So it's equivalent to a D8 plus 5. I'll get 9 temporary hit points,
Okay. Does that end your turn? Or do you want to move
and
on?
that will. I'm not moving anywhere.
Okay.
In fact, I'm actually going to back up a little bit,
Okay.
and that will be
So-
everything.
Thistle, it is your turn.
I believe
Thistle?
we threw electricity at it. It might work better.
I'm gonna reach up behind my neck and say, "Hey, little buddy, you can either stay there or get down in my backpack, but you're just a baby. You just take care of yourself, okay?" And I'm going to throw. So I should have advantage because I've got assassinate, and since I have advantage, I can add my sneak attack to throw Ray of Frost at it. How do I add advantage on this thing? Do I just roll twice?
You just so right click it, and then you see advantage, and then you click advantage.
No, I see roll as crit damage or roll as flat roll.
Okay, so if you're trying to use Ray of Frost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you right click it, you see how there's like roll with advantage, flat dice, or disadvantage?
No, all I see is crit damage or flat roll. Those are the only two options I have.
You don't even have disadvantage?
Oh, I guess okay, on the hit. I can roll it as a hit. Okay.
On the hit is what I meant. You just
Okay,
hit
I was looking at
advantage.
damage.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
click advantage and then roll.
Okay. 21.
21 hits.
On your main.
So I don't okay, and then just roll this and then I can add another 3d6, right?
You weren't stealth, so you can't do sneak attack.
No, I can do sneak attack as long as I have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Weird how
So I can add
rogues
another
work.
d6.
Yes.
Okay, so that was a 22 plus 6, so 28.
Okay. Speed is reduced by 10 feet. Make sure you count that in.
Him or it or me?
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet because you hit it with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Just remember to read your spell effects.
Ah.
Okay. So you see it's like kind of like eels kind of like ridge up a bit as it kind of like frosts up on its like tentacles. You want to use a bonus action?
None are going to help me at the moment.
You could have twin spelled that actually. But
Wait, where is that? Did I not make a thing for my meta magic? Damn. Oh wait, yeah, I did. No, that's only if I'm targeting a second creature. This is all one creature.
Oh, for like twin spell?
Yeah, twin spell is only
Yeah.
I can just split it to target a second creature. It doesn't
Okay.
help me
I'm
against a
sorry.
single creature.
Yeah,
I
no.
misread. So
Yeah.
is that end your turn? Do you want to move?
That's the end of my turn, yeah. Because
Okay.
I'd rather keep give that wide berth.
Your little Chul creature crawls to your shoulder and kind of fires out a little spurt of like water, like it's trying to hit it, but it doesn't. It only goes like a foot in front of it and just kind of drops to the ground.
I'm just gonna scoop it back up and tuck it back under my hair and say, "It's okay, baby."
No, like it didn't fall. It just shot water out of its mouth like a foot in front of it.
Oh, okay.
Like it just shot water out like a foot in front of it.
You'll be big one day.
It's trying to help mom.
Parent.
It's trying to help its parent. It's your turn. No, it isn't, Balsam. No, it isn't. It's now the eel's turn. So you see the poly
The
eel,
delicious eel.
and what happens is now that you've done some damage to it, it's going to use a bonus action where you see a few of the eels disappear into the water. That it like cuts off from its body. You see 3 eels from its body go off and slither away into the water. They will appear on your next turn where they come up at.
Ew. Where's the water around us?
I'll just make some lines for the water.
Thank you. Great.
So there's quite a bit of water on the ground.
No, these are avenues of water.
Oh, so as long as we stay out of those avenues, we're fine.
So like
Oh.
Venice, there's like a gap. It's like a 2-foot gap of water. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So there's like the stone there, then 2 feet of water, then more stone. And I'll make squares for stone bridges. So there you go.
Dope.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All good to me.
So, now it's going to use an actual action, and what it does is you see it. I need actually, no. Yeah, Balsam, make me an intelligence saving throw.
You got it. That's a 9.
Okay, let me swap over to your character sheet. You see that it's like bubbly exterior of like what it looks like molten like flesh, almost like flowing like a gelatin. It's like warmed up. It begins to mutate and bubble, and then it turns into the head of it in like the upper, from like the shoulder up. It looks like a almost like melted wax figure of Balsam.
It's disgusting.
And you see out from one of the eel heads, a mouth is going to open where a hand comes out of the same melty liquid, and it's going to fire.
Sorry. I hit something.
And it's
I look
going
quite good
to.
Awesome, I love you.
It's going to fire an ice storm. I need everyone to make me a dex save.
Oh, shit.
15.
Okay.
9.
26 and evasion. I take nothing.
Okay, that is the ice storm, and you are all taking. If you didn't pass the dex 17 save, you're taking 23 damage. Bludgeoning.
Wait, who is?
If you didn't pass the
A
DC
seven-
17 dex.
Yep.
How much
Okay,
damage?
I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge to halve that.
Now this area is difficult terrain.
How much damage was it?
23.
Ah.
So you'll take 11.
11, yeah.
Yep.
As it does so, it's going to take back the hand from one of the maws, and another one of the maws comes up. I need Prango to make me a dex save. Sorry, not
Hey,
not
boy's
dex.
got a
in
bunch of
save.
attacks.
In save. Sorry, in save.
For this monstrosity.
Give me one second. Let's check. Or
What was your intelligence save, Prango?
give me 1 second.
Okay.
I need to. Is it on here? No. Yeah, it says only. All right, cool. Got it. That's a nat 20, baby.
Yeah.
So you gain a little bit of insight about how this creature works. You can see the polymorph eel, when you do damage to it as it loses health, similar to a shade golem, will splinter off eels off of it. And whatever it is polymorphed into at the time, those eels in itself mimic the attacks of that person.
So we're fighting a bunch of balsams?
Yes! Well, mini balsams.
Okay.
Where are
At
they?
least until
You
the
don't
rest
know
of them
until
will-
your turns come up. One will appear on each turn, basically.
All right.
When
Is
they
it
do, they
moving?
get added to the bottom of the initiative counter, so...
Is it going to move, or is it just going to stay where it's at?
It's going to stay where it's at. Doesn't have a reason to move.
If somebody can pull it forward, it'd be great.
So, Balsam, it is your turn. As it's your turn, Balsam, the different eels reveal themselves. I will number them for your convenience.
Are these still attached to the main eel, or are they...
No, they are separate.
Got it.
So they still look like they have that maw there, and they can still do the basic attack that it did. They just have no health. Like, next to
Got
no
it.
health. So, as Eel 1 pops up Eel 2 and Eel 3, they all will move after Balsam at the end of the initiative. Balsam, what do you want to do?
Ah, okay. This is gonna be fun. Balsam starts to rub his hands. A little spark seems to go off.
Ivan's just looking at you like, the fuck are you doing?
Get ready for this, Ivan. You're about to be amazed.
It
I'm gonna
meows.
go ahead and quicken spell. Boom.
Okay.
And then firebolt number 1.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
No. Yes. Sorry.
Fuck!
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
it hits.
okay. You scared me. Boom, damage. 21.
As you hit it with a firebolt, you see that it gets hit and it starts to bubble, then it explodes as it lets out steam as you just boiled it to death. You smell calamari in the air.
Dude,
Oh
Cooper's
my
smells
god, I
great
want to eat you
magic.
all! I firebolt at number 2.
Okay.
Boom.
You can do multiple firebolts per turn?
He used
With
quick and spell.
Oh, right.
But because they're cantrips, I can.
Yep.
Unless they're like numbered spells, I can't do more
Roll
than
me
one
to
of
hit.
those.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
22 to hit.
And 29
It
damage.
explodes
Jesus
once
Christ.
again. And as it
that
explodes,
one just
you see a
straight up-
burnt mark where it once lived in the water. Kind of like you burn the surface of the water. And it smells like calamari.
You see that,
Jesus
Ivan?
Christ.
Aren't I amazing?
Ivan licks your cheek.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. So now
Ivan's
it's one
my
of the
favorite.
tendrils. One of the tendrils is going to open up its maw as a hand comes out looking like yours, half melted. And it's going to fire an ice knife at you.
What's my death
15
save?
hits.
Is it my own spell hitting me?
It's mimicking your spell, so I'm just rolling yours. Because it's mimicking you.
16 does hit.
15 hits. And you're taking 4 damage from the ice knife.
Ice knife then
Uh,
explodes.
Then it
Is it the
explodes
same
into 5
spell?
feet. And since Thistle's within 5 feet of you, Thistle, you're
You both need to
taking...
make, you both
I
need to
gotta
make
make a
dex.
dex save. Yeah.
I have to
so
take a dex save?
If it's the
Yep,
same
both of
spell,
you.
it's the
Yes, I need
DC
you
is
both
17.
to make me a
Shit,
dex
that's a
save.
natural 1. I got a 4.
Oh,
You're
shit.
taking crit damage then.
Yep.
Oh,
What do you
Definitely
take?
only taking half of it, though.
No,
Yeah,
crit,
no, I took full.
crit damage is crit
Did you?
damage.
You already used your reaction this round, Thistle.
It's a
Uncanny
reaction.
dodge
It's
is
a reaction.
It's a
Okay.
reaction.
You used it. You
I'm
don't
the only
pass
one on this
Balsam,
squad that gets 2 reactions.
How much
so
damage am I taking?
Balsam, you're taking 6 damage. Thistle, you're taking 12.
Nice.
That's not awful.
Now, what are the stats for that again? What am I not able to do now? Let's see. No, it has extra shit to it. Like, I can't do shit or something.
What do you mean?
Oh, Ice Wave?
Yeah.
No, it just is second level. It just explodes. Doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
okay.
So now back up to the
Nice.
top initiative. Prango, it's your turn.
Alright, cool.
Still difficult
I'm gonna use
terrain.
my... So, real quick. I know where I placed the bone trap, right?
Yeah.
Which square did I place the bone trap in?
Roll me a history check.
Really?
Yes.
Because he moved it.
But the thing is, it
You
wouldn't have
put the
been up
bone
to him
trap,
to
you
hit.
summoned it, put it in a 5-foot area, didn't tell me where you wanted it 5 feet. You said 5 feet in front of it. It disappeared into the ground.
Well, I didn't have access to the map at that point to see that there was four different spaces that were 5 feet in
Roll me a
front of
history
it.
check with advantage. How about that?
Sure. I'm only saying that because history is my fucking +1. The one time I need to roll good 10.
Okay,
Not
so
awful.
you remember that it's within these 3 squares.
The square that's okay. All right. I did not mean to move that. I'm sorry, Glenn. Okay. All right.
Within
That's
these
fine
3
then.
squares, the trap is there.
Yep. All right. So I'm not affected by
I'll
difficult terrain.
I'll shade it in with
Thankfully.
something. Give me a minute.
Five.
I drew a little red thing around it.
Here.
20, 25, 30. 30 gets me right here because I'm not affected by difficult terrain. I'm gonna punch this motherfucker.
Did you make sure to count the squares? Because you got to cross the
Yes.
bridges.
Yep. I made sure to count squares. It took me exactly 30 feet of movement to get here.
Okay. Just
If you count diagonals as 10, it took me 40.
so rolling to hit then.
Yep. 2 attacks. First one is 16 to hit. I don't think that does. I'm going
No,
to
16 does not hit.
Yep, 1 second. I know that. I'm going to use my focused aim to spend 2 key points. I think brings that up to a 20. Yeah, 2 key points to bring that up to a 20.
Okay, it hits. It's going to use Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. I'll do my damage first. D8 plus 6. That'll be 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
No particular punch, just...
Oh yeah, 1 second. Let me go to my. Sorry, I gotta go to my features for that. I gotta scroll all the way down for it. I'm gonna throw in there a.
Due to the Hellish
We'll go there
Rebuke,
a
you're
spiritual
taking
strike.
you're taking 14 damage from the Hellish Rebuke. What did you want to use?
Well, spiritual strike. First, it has to make a charisma saving throw. If it fails, then it can't take It can't take its reaction, anyways.
Charisma save.
Yep. DC 18.
26. Nat 20.
Okay, yeah. That. Oh, yep. That'll make it. And how much do I take from Hellish Rebuke?
14.
Okay, so I'll take 5 because I had 9 temp. Second strike. That'll be a 25 to hit.
You hit.
And I'm gonna want it to make a sorry,
A
stunning strike. It needs to make a con save.
$13.
13 fails. It is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Stunned, it can take no. I think it takes no action, bonus action, or reaction on its turn, and it's considered incapacitated. If anybody wants to correct me on that, please feel free. But I'm fairly certain that's what it is.
What'd you say?
I said if anybody would like to correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what stunned is.
I have
Yes.
no idea.
As this happens, you notice that some eels begin to pop away from its body and swim into the water.
Hang on a second, I'm going to get the definition real quick. Stunned 5e. Stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly. It automatically fails. Strength and dexterity saving throws, attack rolls against the creature have advantage. So, that said, I am spending a key point to go Flurry of Blows.
Okay,
Guys,
roll to hit.
That's 3 more strikes, and they are all at advantage. That should have been an advantage. My bad. So let me re-roll that. 24 to hit for the first one.
Hit.
I'm just gonna roll all 3 strikes first. 18, but
Hit.
I think I'll spend a key point. 18. Okay, hits. Okay, 18, and then 26.
Hit. Roll me your 3 damage.
11, 10, and 7, and I'm gonna throw in. Right, so 1 second, I need to do some admin real quick there. So that's that. He's already stunned. He automatically fails Dex and Strength saves. So I am also then gonna throw in. Is he holding it? Is it holding anything?
No.
I'm gonna throw in a sweeping strike. It automatically fails, and so it's knocked prone.
You see more of the eels kind of pop off it.
Because I used Flurry of Blows, I automatically have access to the disengage action, and my movement speed increases by 10 feet. I've moved 30. Have I moved 30 or 40? You never clarified that one.
You move 35.
35. That works for me. So I now have 30 more feet of movement.
You could get back
I'm sorry. I'm a speedy
5,
boy. So
10, 15,
5,
20.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna get up right in this little fucker's face.
Okay. Does that end your
And
turn?
that will be my entire turn.
Okay, as that happens, the different eels reveal themselves.
Hey, guys, I gave you a lot more to fight on.
Just so you guys know, I can use my sneak attack if anybody is within 5 feet of whatever like main enemy that we're attacking. Just
Well,
throw.
I'm within 5 feet of 2 of them right now.
Yeah,
So
but not the main guy. I'd rather beat the main guy than keep picking off these little ones.
oh, don't worry, I'm getting around to that.
I'm
He's
just
stunned right
saying,
now. So
if you had stayed there, I would have been able to like double my damage.
You have sneak attack on him right now, anyways, because he's stunned. He's stunned until the end of my next turn.
Thistle, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, great. Then I will use sneak attack. I'm going to
There's a whole crowd of eels in front of us.
range 20. Okay, I gotta get closer to these bastards.
Difficult terrain if you're affected by it.
Yeah, I am.
That means every What is
So
it?
5 feet costs 10.
Every 5 is 10, so every square is 10 feet.
Right. I just need to get.
Gray area is bridges.
What is my. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to get closer, and I'm gonna let, I guess I have to let number 8 take an opportunity attack on me. So this is 10, 20, 30.
Okay, so it is going to cast on you a shocking grasp as you pass it.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 25 hit?
Yeah. I only have a 14 class.
You take 12 damage. Are you wearing any metal?
No, I'm wearing leather, but I'm obviously uncanny dodge. Oh wait, that's my reaction. I can't do that every time.
Can't.
Okay,
No,
12.
you can't. Yeah, you take 12 damage.
Okay.
At this point, you do have your reaction back if you so choose to use it.
I wouldn't recommend
Yeah.
using it on that, but
I wouldn't recommend using it on that though.
No.
now what do you want to do?
So that's my movement. I'm gonna do. So I get 2 weapon fighting, and since another person is within 5 feet of this thing's sentient stuff, I'm assuming that means that I can use my sneak attack on it? Or does it have to be within, like, the poly eel itself?
The
So
eels,
if you're trying to get sneak attack on the eel, you get sneak attack right now, no matter what, because you have advantage on the hit.
Okay,
Because
so roll
he's
with
stunned.
advantage.
normally
I'm gonna...
though, normally you'd have to be within the range of
Yeah,
it to get the
normally
sneak
somebody.
attack.
Of whatever the thing is I'm trying to hit. Okay,
Yes.
but he's down,
Norm-
so I'm gonna
Well,
throw 2 daggers at it. So
Okay.
one roll with advantage. I got nat 20. Love that.
Crit damage, and then roll me your
Uh,
second hit.
And then another dagger. I'm just gonna roll the hits first. That's dirty 20.
Okay, now roll me your damages. First one we times
So mind
2.
you, your sneak attack is double as well.
Right. So first one for piercing.
10
That's
damage.
5. Second is a 6, and then I actually have a thing to roll my sneak attack. So that's 5, 6 is 11, plus 10 is 21, plus 15 is 36. 36.
It dies. So as
There
you
you
kill,
go.
so what happens is you fire your daggers, you throw them into it, stabbing into its open wounds and deep into its chest. You see it begin to kind of like its chest melting away, and as it does so, its like limbs start to fall off. It begins to just go into like a puddle, oozing into the water and sinking below. However, the eels that are left behind are still alive.
Cool. But that bitch is dead.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Dude, rogue powers are great! I've never gotten
fuck
to play
yeah.
a rogue that's like above a level 3 before.
Does that end your turn?
I am going to disengage because I can use that as a bonus action and go over here next to the Pit of Despair.
Okay. Pit of Despair. So
Ah,
now,
damn it! I should have done disengage like as my bonus action in the first place. Oh well, live and learn.
it is now Balsam's turn. By the way, Thistle, do you want to sneak?
Am I allowed to?
Checks are free.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Roll me stealth.
Stealth, stealth, stealth. I'm so good at stealth. That is a nat 20 plus 13. 33.
Okay. And
Sneaky, sneaky.
you stealth so well Right, so you got that nat 20 and you stealth so well that you've been shifted to the plane of limbo.
The hell is the plane of limbo?
So the plane of limbo is where so how do I explain this? The plane of limbo is basically the purgatory for the dead.
Okay.
It's right behind the mortal plane, so everything that you can see everything that happens. Just imagine like like in Lord of the Rings where he puts on the ring and he
Oh,
disappears.
yeah. I
You're
like
in,
purgatory. My semi-Catholic upbringing could dig that.
yeah, so you're right now in purgatory, but you've shifted through your sneak. So you just disappeared.
Blink. And
There's
you guys just
now-
hear a coming out of nowhere.
Actually, no sound passes through because you're in the plane of limbo and
Then I
shadows.
laugh to myself and think that you guys can hear it and think that I'm really cool.
It is now Balsam's turn. Balsam, how do you feel about having 9 copies of you?
This
Balsam
is
toast these motherfuckers.
This is an amazing day. Let's see. Okay, off the bat, we're gonna pop off quicken spell and also careful spell just in case. Boom. And
Okay. So what you gonna do with that?
hold on, let me make sure I got my measurements right. Okay. We're gonna nothing's like in my face, right?
No, it's 5 feet away
Okay,
from
we're gonna sidestep. It's just like 1 foot or 5 feet.
Yeah?
And let me make sure I got these measurements right. Okay. Fuck. Nope, not there. Okay. Okay. Balsam is gonna stand up straight, raise up both of his hands, and he's gonna clap. And some frost will basically emanate from his hands as he casts Ice Storm right about here? Or
That's behind a wall.
Oh, this is a wall? Fuck!
That's a wall, my friend.
Fuck! Okay, change of plans. We're not throwing Ice Storm at a fucking wall. Fuck it. I guess we'll just do the same
I can
shit.
still count that though.
Will you?
Still counting it. You cast.
Oh,
You
Okay,
wanted to
then
cast
let's
it on
see.
the edge, so
let's see. Well, if it goes off, let's see what happens. Okay.
5,
Where I would have thrown it, it probably would have hit right here.
10,
And that hits
15.
everybody.
20. It doesn't hit Prango, but it does hit you and Thistle. So,
I careful spell and both of them should
Oh, they're not being
DC
hit.
is automatically passed
Okay,
for them.
so what kind of damage you taking?
Thank you, Balsam. Wait, but I'm in another plane, so it shouldn't matter.
It doesn't even matter for her.
Okay, how much damage did I hit myself with?
Yes, how much damage do you hit yourself with?
Oh,
Prango, it's just like at the tips of your feet that you see this like magic coming out.
okay, 10 bludgeoning damage and 10 cold damage.
Okay, so these all die.
Nice. Come on, number 3 can't be hit.
No.
Come on. Come on. Just a little hit?
No.
Like a tiny bit?
No.
Oh, wait, I got
will
something else. I quicken
Yeah.
spell, I forgot. Firebolt, right at number 3.
Now
Oh.
number 3's dead as it explodes guts all over Prango.
Never
Just
been
for a
more happy to
favor.
be in the afterlife.
Combat over.
Where the hell did this will go?
You all have ended combat, and you have all gained a level.
Ooh, fuck
Oh
yeah.
shit!
All right. I am taking the level 15 in monk.
I'm gonna take the level
Or
10
do I
in
take-
sorcerer. How do we change
Or
our
do I
levels?
take-
So you know at the
Just
top
go-
right, at the top right of your character sheet, you see that anvil.
Yeah.
Go to builder, and you go back to your classes, and you level yourself up there.
10. Does that I'm not super familiar with like leveling up in game. Anybody
So,
want to talk me through the
When you
more?
level up yourself to level 10, you then scroll down your like attributes for that class and see if you got anything.
I just see my score calculations right now. And
Okay.
ability scores.
So you got your level.
I should have gotten something better at 10 because I think you and I were talking that I gain another meta magic at 10.
Let me see.
But that I don't think D&D Beyond does meta magic. I think that's just something that I do
Pretty sure.
because I'm keeping track of it myself. Let me go grab my book.
You should gain. Well, here's the thing. You gained a level up. You can switch out your meta magic if you want.
I took level 2 in barbarian.
Did you say anything to me in the last 2 seconds?
Yes.
When you
when
level
I
up, you
told
can change your meta magic.
You can change
Yeah,
your meta
okay.
magic. It's like spells and stuff. When you level up, you can switch your spells out.
But I don't gain any spells.
Well, no,
Wait, are
you'll
we
gain
able to
spells
change our
back.
spells after I level up?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta get rid of
Hell,
my two
honest,
spells.
well, what class are you?
Sorcerer. She's sorcerer. They're
What are
sorcerer.
you?
You can choose. So you got your
I'm a
abilities.
sorcerer and a rogue, but
You
the
got-
reason I wanted to level up to 10 was because then I could get another meta magic ability.
You only get three.
Yeah,
I only
Yeah.
have 2 right now.
you can change your spells every day, I think, don't you? You don't have a spell
No,
limit.
No, that's not a
that's
thing we
wizards.
can. Yeah.
That's
Ah.
a warlock thingy, I think. But no, that's cleric and druid.
Yeah, that's it.
So what I'm telling you though is that in your character sheet you have your ability score improvement right now / feats, but if you want, just go change your meta magic right now. You got to level up. You can also change your spells if you want.
Well, D&D Beyond doesn't have an option for meta magic, so that's why I'm
Yeah,
keeping...
it does. Right under
Where
font.
is it?
Right under font of magic. Meta magic.
Class features. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right there. You can
Oh,
change.
it didn't come up at the other thing. Okay, so you guys were telling me to do quicken spell is a
Yes.
good option, right?
Yeah, it'll basically. You can use like a cantrip as an extra spell.
Or yeah, any spell that's one action.
Not a leveled spell. You can't cast another level spell on a turn.
No?
No, that's like a regular base D&D rule.
So-
I'm looking at it in the base D&D book and it doesn't specify spell level.
Cast.
That is. Well, the other two would probably know more than me.
I
When
would
it
like
doesn't
to...
it doesn't matter if it's leveled or not. It's that you're still. It just. You can cast a 5th level spell with quicken spell if you want to. You just burn the slot. No, you don't burn the slot. You just burn the sorcery points.
Right. I also...
That's the
don't I
beauty of the
have-
meta magic. You could. You could cast, like,
Okay.
say, 5th level lightning bolt with your meta magic quicken spell, and then cast lightning bolt again with your action.
Yeah, and and detect magic is a different
Okay.
thing for me.
I like that. I
Like-
like that.
Like,
I'll take it.
One of the stupid things you can get into is like quicken spell, bonus action, lightning bolt, and then twin spell fireball or twin spell lightning bolt on 2 other targets.
Yeah.
Because-
And I don't have fireball, but I have lightning bolt.
But you know what I mean?
Same. I might get the fireball.
Can I don't want to take the time in game to do this. Can I take a look at my spells like after the game tonight and
Yep.
see if there's anything
Yep.
that I want to
Yeah.
Yep.
trade
I
out?
prefer that.
Yes, you can.
But at least now I have quicken spell, I have twin spell, and I have subtle spell. So if we're fighting anything that says I can't like have any verbal or somatic components, I can still cast my spells.
We don't use components in general, so you're fine.
Well, I said somatic or verbal. So if like
Yeah.
we're fighting a sorcerer who puts me in
So-
like a stasis or something, I can still do it.
So as you carry
Okay.
on, are you going to enter through the door?
Wait, does this just automatically save?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
cool.
Go back to your character sheet.
Oh, and I have a couple extra hit points because my max went up. That's excellent. Yay,
DM, I am-
leveling. What did you get to do, Prango?
Barbarian. I took my 2nd level in Barbarian.
Oh,
Ooh.
raging it up.
So, oh yeah, because I'm trying to get to the 3rd level and maybe have some of a whole bunch of fucking fun.
Cactus, I took alert as a feat,
Okay.
so we will not be getting surprised from here on out.
Well, they won't be getting surprised. You won't be getting surprised.
I'll choose whether or not to tell y'all if something happens.
You're such a bastard.
Okay, so do you guys want to go through the door?
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
Some people don't. Some people just want to look at doors.
It's a pretty door. Am I still in like the other plane?
Personally, I really.
Yeah,
I
you're
really
still there.
wanna-
Do you want to come back?
I mean, no one knows where I am right now, right?
Yeah, no one knows.
How quickly to do Chul's age?
They're on a lobster lifespan, so how long do lobsters live? Let me look at it.
Like hundreds of years? I should say it like how long until they breach maturity?
5 years, but this is D&D time and monsters. Chuls live for about the same. Like, Chuls grow quickly.
Okay, so can I bring out my baby and give it a little kiss on its head and like introduce it to Prango and Balsam because I don't want it to like grow
So-
up and think that they're bad.
The way that Chuls work, right, is they only live for like a year because they usually end up dying in a year. But if you let them live, they can live up to like 10 years before they start getting old, and then about 10 years after that, then they would like die of old age.
Okay.
But they're based off of feeding. So the more you feed them, the faster they grow.
Okay. So, but I still like want to
So
introduce
you
them, and
gonna
I'm gonna. It doesn't
unshift?
speak. Yeah, I'll come out, and it doesn't speak, but I'm
No.
gonna add it to our talkie talk because we don't have
So-
to share a common language for it to understand. And I'm gonna tell him that Prango and Balsam are friends and feed him another little ration.
So I'm gonna add it as a pet to your character sheet.
Okay.
So 1 minute.
These are my friends, and I'm gonna break the rations in half and let both of them feed it so that it knows that they're friends. Don't eat them.
Prango, what do you do?
I'll reach my hand out.
As you reach your hand out, it kind of like gently walks in like your hand over, because like in your like I said, it's about the size of a 7-month-old cat. It's pretty big. so you're kind of just holding it there with both your hands. It kind of like slithers out a tendril, like feels your hand, and then like feels the rash, and then takes the rash, and it starts to like hold it with its little claws and munch on it.
Cute.
I just really don't want
I'll
to take
offer
a
it a
big
sip.
and start
I'll
eating
offer it-
you guys.
I'll offer it a sip from my flask.
I grab it back and say, "Don't you poison my baby?" You're
Poisoning?
balsam.
What do you mean by poisoning?
Ah,
You
Well,
don't
aren't you
give alcohol
beautiful?
to a baby.
It's a monster.
well, aren't you beautiful and possibly delicious with a little bit of spices?
Yeah, you're not going to eat him.
Of course not. He's so adorable.
It's as pretty as his mama.
Okay,
By the way,
so
Cactus.
if you go
Ah.
into your extras category, Thistle, after you refresh your page, you'll see that you have a Chul as a pet.
Okay, cool. What were you going to say, Pringo?
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, it was Cactus. I pulled out. Bolson pulled out a dagger and is the corpse of the eel like visible, or is it still like under the water?
They
Hey,
all
wait, feed my thing so it doesn't eat you when it gets big.
Eat your thing.
I gave you half of a ration
Oh,
to feed
Nom
to
nom
it
nom
so
nom.
that it thinks that you're its friend, and I'm going to name it Misty.
okay. Here you go. Munchy, munchy, munchy. Aren't you beautiful?
Can't believe I have a pet monster. That's great.
Like when everything calmed down, Balsam would have tried to get himself some rations from these eel pieces.
So I renamed it to Misty in your extras, and as you feed it the ration, it kind of like, once again, little tendrils come out and like take it and starts to munch on it. It's holding the other ration in its other claw, and it just takes the like one ration in its left claw and starts to munch on it a little bit, kind of switching between the two.
No, it's happy. Thanks, you too. And I'm going to, like, plop it up my shoulder so it can enjoy its food.
As you do so,
While
it
Balsam
crawls.
harvests his.
It crawls back beneath under your hair and just kind of like eats little crumbs in the back of your neck. So Balsam, you try that, but like the eels, they melted into like a slurry of guts and fell into the water.
Can I grab those guts?
Do you want to go swimming?
Oh, they just keep going down?
You don't know how deep the water is.
Ah, I take my staff, try and see how far it can reach down.
The whole staff goes under the water. It doesn't touch
okay,
the bottom.
let's not go in there. Shame. I should have done something to catch those flying pieces.
Next time, instead of turning him to calamari, just take off one's head. We'll know for the next time we come up against a, what was that called? A
Poly eel.
poly eel. That was a bomb monster.
Thank you. It's a custom monster.
Yeah,
Well
as soon as we
done,
get-
chaps. And I
Pretty
made him
cool.
both a high five.
Yeah, I'll high five you back.
So as you go through the door and push on beyond, you see there is a small little area where there are chests, and then there's another door that goes into almost leading into the catacombs. Do you want to open up the
Can I
chests?
investigate? I'd like to investigate the chests first.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah,
you see
same.
you see four chests and some kind of altar.
Yeah, I'd like to do like a nice, quick, deep look of the room. Perception, if you would allow.
Perception, yes.
I threw an investigation, got a dirty 20.
So
I threw a perception, got a dirty 21.
So this area seems to be like a trading point almost, where like people would bring goods and trade them between the two common areas, and it seems like this would be like a common like trade area almost, because the chests look kind of like bulkier, like they were shipping something. And the altar, so this is from Thistle's point of view, the altar is a tall altar that has the stone carving of a book, like someone carved out to make it look like an open book, and sitting on it is a made out of purple crystal, a bottle of ink, and a large emerald quill.
Ooh. Sorry, guys. Can we take a pause?
Yeah.
Yes, 1 minute, let me pause.
I need to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
Unpause. So now that we're unpaused, back to me explaining the room. So you find that altar there, and as you also find that altar there, you find there are 4 chests. Your perception on the chests is that 3 are real, and 1... it's not a mimic, but it definitely doesn't feel right.
Well, now we're alone.
Can we tell which one it is?
No. Unless you roll an Arcana check.
I will roll an Arcana check.
One of you.
Ah,
I have plus
Go ahead.
6.
same.
Go ahead, Balsam.
That is 24.
Boom.
The 4th one continues to emanate a strange magical aura that is not of this plane or world.
That doesn't belong here.
Can I cast Identify on it as a ritual?
You can.
That's gonna take me a few minutes. Wait, but
Let's
if I
see what I can mess with.
if I touch it, is it gonna attack me?
Shouldn't.
Because I have to touch it to cast that. Okay.
What else is in the room?
The 3 boxes in the altar with the book and stuff that I explained on it. Besides that, it just looks like a stone room. It has the steps coming and going from the catacombs to where you were just at.
Mm.
Nothing
Does the
else.
stone book have anything inscribed on it?
Roll me a roll me an insight, because it's faded.
One of us or all of us?
Thistle's asking, so I'm assuming Thistle's rolling.
Well, I had said I wanted to read the book as well.
Okay.
You go ahead, Pringo.
So, Thistle, what you see is faded letters of some kind of,
Pringo. I'm doing the Identify.
yeah, but I'm going from lowest to highest insight.
Oh.
You see
Yeah, roll
the
it, roll it,
faded
roll it.
letters that, they are elvish in nature, and they are mixed with, abyssal. What you see instead, Prango, is you can make out... do you read elvish or abyssal?
One moment. I read Elvish.
Okay. You can make out that... let me bring it up here. To our great Lord, we beseech you, and then some more words go on. Something about tenets of research. We are sorry. That's all you can make out of the faded words.
Wait, what was that last bit?
Tenets of research, and then we are sorry.
Penance of recent
Research. Research.
Okay,
Research.
And
gotcha.
then at the very end
No,
of
we
it,
can't
we're
hear.
sorry.
Can I roll any kind of check to see if I recognize that from any readings I've ever heard of in the past?
Well, considering it's an altar, it might be a god, so you might want to roll history or religion. Depends. Do you care more about the legend, or do you care more about the god?
Care equally about both, which is not really, but like my character would care equally about both, which is not really, but I am interested, so I'd like to roll
History
Don't
or
that god.
religion? Pick one.
moral history.
'Kay.
4.
Big
Can
book
I
of
give-
complex words.
Can I give him aid?
You can re-roll with advantage.
Reroll that, Alex.
12.
I said with advantage.
I just rolled it again.
But I want you to use the little green thing, so you just hold it down.
Okay.
What key is it?
A 2 and a 1.
How did you roll 2 nat ones? What?
Ah, I
No,
should have
it's
just.
not two.
Okay,
It wasn't
so
2 nat 1s. It was a 2 and a 1.
Fuck.
yeah, 2 nat ones, 2 and a 1 plus a 1. Oh yeah. So
Could I?
you
I
know,
know I
big,
helped him, but
big book of complex words has something to do with a legend. You don't know what the legend
I know I
is.
helped him, but can I also look at it? Like I'm proficient in history.
You can roll a history.
Okay. If I'm proficient, I don't. What does that give me?
That gives
Just
you
roll it. You have your
advantage.
proficiency bonus for it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
No, sorry, you gotta be
Doesn't?
double proficient. Sorry, expertise.
Ah. Okay.
Just roll it.
Let's go. That's an 11.
God, that's not any better. Big book of words, very scary, something legend.
Oh, this book is scary. Let's put it away.
Thistle, do you want to try and roll history on this?
Nice.
So,
19.
Thistle, you recall a legend when you were hearing on your travels of a god that was amongst research and books, surrounded by millions of them, where they are the god of knowledge, research, and advancement of writing, as well as the god of literature. And you heard about the tale of where this god was brought down to bring about advanced research to people of great dedication to their craft, and would give them like boons to like accelerate their progress in exchange for them documenting everything so they could save it within their archive. However, this god was pretty strict with how you did research, and if you started to fail on your research, it would start taking away those boons, which would make stuff getting slower. And eventually, the legend goes that the people that then researched stopped researching, stopped trying to advance things, stopped documenting it, and eventually they started to fade. Their lives started to go to obscurity, their livelihoods went into mystery, and then much about them ceased to exist. What you can make out from what your friends have told you is that these people probably made an altar to say thank you to this god, but also to apologize that they failed it in some way because they stopped documenting, stopped researching, stopped gaining new knowledge, instead tried to capitalize on that knowledge with capital and such, and just as a book does, if no one reads it, fades away into mystery.
So do we think our dude in the tower who has a hard-on for books, like, is one of those followers?
Maybe.
I'm gonna look through each of the different crates that I know isn't magical of shit.
Would my ritual be over yet?
There's only
yes.
11 minutes.
And your identify comes up with primordial mixed with deep speech as it goes in your mind, and you can't you know it's something, and it has something to do with sight and summoning, but you don't know anything more because it makes zero sense in terms of language to you.
Well, I'm going to relay that to everybody else, so we might not want to open this one.
Unless you know primordial. Do you know primordial?
I know infernal.
Oh, you do know primordial. I'm looking at your character sheet.
Wait, do I?
Yes.
I thought I only knew.
Celestial,
I do know
common, infernal,
primordial.
primordial.
Cool.
For within you have found me, slumbering.
What?
Within its depths, the great summoner is then released. May I beseech you with my eternal gratitude. That is what you hear.
Cactus, I love you. I honestly couldn't understand a word of that.
I'll make it a bit
In real
more.
life.
I'll make it a bit more legible. Did it sound cool?
It sounded very cool, but I was like straining my ears.
Deep within, you have found me. Is that better?
Yes.
Now that you have found me, my friend, I gift upon you my eternal knowledge, my great sight, and if you are one from the mortal planes, you would have known my tenets as the great all-seeing eye.
Is he talking about David Tennant?
I just made a reference to something, but, you know, kudos if you didn't get it.
I didn't. Does anybody else? I'm gonna like relay that to everybody else.
Oh, you heard a voice in your head too?
Yes.
Cool. Where'd yours come from? The box?
Yes, from the box. It said something about if I come from the mortal realm, I would know its tenants. Thus spake the all. Can you say it again? I was like trying to write it down.
If you know me, I'll just say it normally. If you know me from the mortal plane, you will have known of my tenets and stories. For I am to you the all-seeing eye. Before that came, I shall bestow upon you my great knowledge and devotion. To you I give you, and then it says the rest.
Well, I mean, the fact that I understand what this creature is saying makes me feel like it's something that,
Oh, it's very old. It's old as fuck. Mm.
Could I roll a history check to see if I've ever heard of the all-seeing eye?
I mean, pretty high history.
Well, that's 20 it, baby.
Okay.
11.
No, you do not pass. You need a higher history check. Anyone else want to try? Thistle, you want to try? Take a stab at this?
Sure, what am I rolling?
History.
I'm pretty good at history. No, it was on an 18! Damn it! 10.
Don't have high enough.
Terry, you're muted.
He said he'll be back in a bit, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, he said he's getting up. He'll be back. So,
got it.
I kind of want to open the box.
It's covered in chains. Do you wish to unchain it?
Yes. Can I use a mage hand to unchain it? I mean, it doesn't hurt to touch me, but
Can you?
Or yeah, I would like to unchain it.
Okay. Okay.
Unless anybody objects.
You
No, I'm
start
fine.
to unchain the box.
I might be unleashing like
And as you
Try to whirl
unchain the
on this.
box, do you want to open it?
No, I just wanted to leave the chains lying. Or yes, I want to open it.
You can't open it with a mage hand. You have to open it with your real hand.
Then I'm gonna open it with my real hand.
As you touch the box, you get immense dread. As you feel an ancient power course throughout your body, older than any kind of magic you've ever felt before. So old, in fact, that like your magic inside your body is boiling and beginning to energize as you just touch the box.
Oh shit.
And as you open it up, crackling with magical essence going everywhere, little bits of flares coming out of it, sparking into the world around you, you can see as it sends out a spark of magic, that through that spark you see the rippling wave of 1,000 different planes of existence rippling through it all at once. As you open it up, you see there, sparking with magic, overflowing with it, is a crystal eye. Do you touch it?
The last time we touched a crystal eye, but it was like necrotic. Okay, and that killed
This
that killed
one
Balsam like
is
immediately.
booming with life. You feel it, literally.
And yes, I mean I feel like I'm gonna be drawn to it, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm not thinking about it too much. It's reflexive to reach out and grab it.
As you grab the eye, upon doing so, you feel ancient magic course throughout your veins and surge, causing a wild magic surge on its own.
Oh shit. Do I have to roll
You need
the
to roll
wild
5.
magic thing?
5 times.
On what?
Wild magic.
Wild magic, let's go!
So, okay.
Oh,
Do you have the table, or do you need me to look it
I
up?
don't. I can look up the table.
No, I got it right. Hang on. I got it right here. I just gotta grab my book. Shit.
Yes,
Um,
without magic.
Oh, welcome back, Balsam.
Hey,
You need to
Yeah,
roll.
I
Yeah.
looked up my meta magic out of character the other day, and I was like, oh, here's another way that the DM can mess with my character, because I chose the wild magic thing. That's great.
you're a wild mage? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Literal
Are you
ticking time?
draconic then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
5.
not that smart, apparently.
5 times. You gotta roll 5
Okay.
times.
Did I roll it? It's not showing up for some reason. Yeah, roll. Okay. 10 is shit. I cast magic missile as a 5th level spell.
Okay, so out of your left hand, you cast a magic missile at Balsam.
Ah!
Sorry, Balsam as a 5th level spell. I don't have that in my spell thing,
I'll
so I
just
can't cast
look
it.
up magic missile.
The higher it is, more magic missiles go out, right?
Yeah.
Let me see
I'm
here.
fucked.
Next one's a 13.
Everyone creates one more dart. So 5 darts going at you for... I'll roll it out.
I'm so sorry.
Magic
You
missile
taking-
automatically hits. You don't have to roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm rolling damage.
No, this so rolled.
No, I'm rolling for the next
Yeah,
wild
you're
magic
taking
surge.
14 damage overall as 5 magic missiles hit you. 13.
Oh, that's not too bad.
What does 13 give you?
Confusion centered on myself. How far away are you guys?
I'm real close.
10 feet,
Cool.
everyone. You all get confusion now. So you're all confused about which you are. I'm just saying you're tripping out on mushrooms. That's how I'm doing it.
Great. 11. Wait, when it does the same thing. Okay, because an 11 is. Oh, no, that's different. Okay. I roll a d10,
Another D10.
and. Is that an 8? Oh, I thought it was going to be a 0. Damn it. Okay, my height changes by the number of inches equal to the roll. If it's even, I grow. So I just went from 5'9" to 6 foot. What?
6 foot, 5'9" to 6'4".
Yes, I am
Oh,
now
damn.
6'4" in heels.
God damn.
You are now the tallest party member.
Cool. Yeah, because my heels add another 3. That okay, that was 3 instances.
Yep, roll me 2 more.
7. Fireball as a third
God
level
damn it.
spell centered on myself.
See, we're all dead. Well,
Oh,
I might die.
let me
but-
roll fireball now.
I hate everything. Why are my d20s rolling? Oh, wait, no, I'm doing this all wrong because I'm rolling d20s and I should be rolling d100s. Do we have a d100 option?
Yeah,
We don't have a
do.
d100
You do,
option.
you do,
Yeah,
you
we
do.
do.
Where is it?
Left side, scroll down to the very bottom, there's a D100.
I only have the standard array. Oh, there it is, d100. Okay. Can we undo all of that and actually roll it correctly? Because I was rolling
Yes,
d20s.
we can undo everything. So everything is undone.
Okay.
Roll me
Oh,
again.
sorry.
Why do I feel like I went through a lot of pain?
Reality shift. Different timeline. 9.
Fuck. Magic missiles.
So you're
Fuck
taking...
me.
You're taking... how much damage are you taking?
Can he just do what he did before?
16 damage.
All right.
So 3 more damage than last time. You're getting deja vu.
God.
Balsam.
Okay,
This
49.
seems so familiar.
49. I cannot speak for the next minute, and whenever I try pink bubbles, they're just gonna float out of my mouth.
Okay. Your next roll.
Okay.
Ah, nice.
And I just, I try to say, I'm so sorry, but all I hear is like Pinocchio. 27. For the next minute, all my spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action, which would be freaking bomb if we were in combat.
Nice.
Fourth roll.
So this is 4th.
Yep. You're on 3
Okay.
right now. 4th.
66. Oh my gosh, these are so much better than before. Okay. Up to 3. No!
What happened?
Up to 3 creatures I choose within 30 feet of me take 4d10 lightning damage, but it says up to 3.
There's no creatures around you, so...
So me and Prango, or are we not considered that?
Yeah, do I not have to hit them? Because I think that's what, one-shotted me before, but it was being cast by
It's up
something
to 3, so... they're creatures. Do you want to hit them?
So I don't have to, because
No.
up to 3, I can choose 0.
Do you want to hit them? Do you want to cause
No.
damage? No?
Fuck
Okay.
no. I
Okay,
didn't know how much
fifth
of a
roll.
dick you were gonna be. I know you could be a pretty big dick sometimes, so...
Why are you looking at me like that, Thistle?
Nothing. 99.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. That
I
one sounds so
regain all
scary.
expended sorcery points. Damn it, and I was saving them in the last battle. Okay, that's 5.
That's fine.
okay. As this does so after you grab it, after the surge of this ancient
So I'm
power...
my normal height.
Yes.
I kind of like being 6'4", though. Continue.
Ayo.
That's a
So...
shame.
as you grab this eye, after all this surging of magical power, your right eye has been replaced with the crystal eye.
Oh, damn. What color is it?
I will give you a picture. 1 minute.
So I have 1 yellow eye and 1 crystal eye.
I have to give you a picture so you know what I mean. I only have it of a different thing, but you'll understand what I mean. That's what the eye looks like.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
Just forget the pendant.
So it has a pupil.
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
And there's like the
Brango,
different
I think
colors
this was turning
wafting off
into a
from it.
monster.
Also, you gained a passive class. So let me copy this to Homebrew real quick.
What's a passive class?
So, this is where I introduce you to my thing that I introduced Prango to last time. A passive class... Prango, sorry. So, Prango got introduced to this, but this is what a passive class is. So, a passive class is either done through a god or is gotten through an alternate means, but it is a class that is tacked on to what you have, but you gain passive experience from it. Meaning you have to do actions in the game rather than killing monsters to get experience for it.
So I don't get experience from killing monsters at all?
For the passive class,
think
no, but your
Yeah.
normal class still levels up the same way. A passive class is just, as it says, it's a passive extra class that now you're in.
So it adds to my experience. Should I be able to do that?
What?
So it adds to my XP
No.
if I can do that?
So think of it like this. You know how like Homebrew normally just adds on something to your character? A passive class acts like a class. So say your passive class is Eldritch Summoner. So you gain experience for that class by doing the specific actions that you have to do to gain experience for it. Killing a monster doesn't gain experience for your passive class, but still gains experience for your normal class.
Like how our rabbit,
Oh.
our
Got
rabbit
it.
keeps trying to influence people.
So in order to level up that passive class, I have to do...
Yes.
Okay.
What it says.
Okay.
So just give me a minute as I type this out in
Okay.
Homebrew, because it is a lot.
While you're doing that, can I cast Detect Magic as a ritual on... Because the other... Prango opened the other chests, right?
Yes. As you do
Can
that,
I-
I'll type this out.
I'll just cast Detect Magic as a ritual on the room, including the ink and the quill and the things that are inside the chests.
Brango, I believe this was turning into a monster.
Well,
Just
I
to keep
do
our
have
eye
one
on
as
her.
a pet. I can hear you, Balsam.
I see nothing but bubbles coming out of your mouth, Thistle, if you're trying to talk to me. Or did that effect end?
No, that effect.
Torres, I love you so much. Monster who breathes bubbles. I'm very frightening.
Just imagine, just like arc your head up and just breathe out. Instead of fire breath, you got bubble breath.
Totally gonna do that. I'm gonna like just form a little circle, like an okay sign with my fingers and just start like puffing through it.
That is a lot of shit. Oh
yeah,
my
I'm
God.
not done yet.
Wait, what? Holy crap! I don't
That's
know
all you,
that I'm-
CC. I'm not reading that.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take all this in.
That's your free class. That's not my free class.
So, you have gained the Eldritch Summoner. 1 minute. So
No,
as
why not
this,
just... Yeah.
so as this, you gain 3 summon points that you can summon one of these things by rolling a 1d100. After you do so, you get a refreshing per day. It's a bonus action. And the way that you level this up is every level up that you gain on your main class, one of your main classes, you get 2 extra points into this one for your summon points.
Okay, so I get 3 summon points. I'm writing this down, even though it's in homebrew. 3 summon points to start, and I refresh those at each long rest.
Each day pass, not long rest.
Oh,
Every
is
day.
that day in the castle?
No, every day, like outworld time day, not castle time.
So every time we play, it doesn't matter how long we play. I just get this is what I get.
If you go back to the guild, then yeah, it'd be a day. But as long as you're in the castle, you don't know what time of day it is. So you don't know if a day is passed or
Okay,
not.
got it.
So if you do these kinds of excursions, it would be 3 and then you're done. If you go back to, then it's 3 every session. Depending if you then gain another level after you get another level, then it's 5.
Damn, these are insane in combat.
Gamba. Why not roll one right now? Just see what just to see what you get.
Because
No.
there's nothing that I'm not seeing anything that, or I mean I'm skimming, but I'm not seeing anything
There's a lot
that
of support
isn't.
stuff.
Yeah, I see. Well, I see something
There's
where you
equal
get
number
like an
support
animal on
and
your
equal
shoulder.
number other stuff that can be good, bad. Some of it's good, some of it's horrible, some of it's inconveniencing, and some of it's really overpowered.
I'm not. I'm not reading that. Just so much.
It's a lot to read, but it's another wild magic skill that you have now. Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of help like outside of combat, but maybe that's just because
I suggest if you're gonna use it, probably walk away from us.
Yeah, and if I'm gonna use it, y'all need to shut your eyes because some of them are like, if you can see me, this will happen.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but some of it, like, it regains us, like, spell slots or health.
Some of them turns you invisible, other makes it so that you're blinded from other things. Some of it makes you disappear, other makes it impervious to you from getting attacked but can't attack yourself. Like
I could turn into a dog for a day.
Yeah.
Fuck.
If you want to.
Woof, yeah, woof. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Well, since it's D100, there's not going to be any way that I can predict it. So I just know I've got basically 3 times a day to cast my own crazy wild magic, only coming from this eye. Cool. Is my detect magic over?
There's other things that come with this eye as a perk to you. So 1 minute.
Dude, Balsam, you gotta get cursed by a god, dude.
I think I technically did, but I immediately lost it.
Is that how you got your mask?
No, I had something that let me do necromantic stuff for like a day.
Right, and then you got blessed and healed.
Yeah.
That's why you thought you were good at necromancy and picked up that Eye of a Lich. Telling you, dude, no more fish.
I mean, it's a good looking fish.
Almost done.
Dude, I like that 100 perk. So if I roll a 100, a Noth Yiddick will come out, and 2 pink interconnected. I don't know how they're interconnected. I'm assuming it's like a two-headed
Think
snake.
of the Ouroboros for the medical symbol. It's like that.
I know Orin from the Neverending Story.
You know the traditional like medical thing where there's like a medical staff and 2 snakes twirled around it?
Oh, got what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
But basically they'll wrap around me and they'll bite me and they're gonna drain my blood and replenish it, and then I'll gradually heal 10 HP per minute. I kind of need that like right now.
I could use that constantly.
I would have to roll at a 100. Yeah, just if you ever hear me do this, like everybody just shut your eyes, okay?
I think I'll just turn you invisible.
No, because if we're in a whole bunch of enemies, if they can see me, they'll get fucked.
Ah. But do I want to take that chance?
Just shut your eyes. I'll just yell, "Shield your eyes!" and then like, in your heads.
Yeah.
Okay, some of them I'm not quite clear on. I'm gonna have to ask you about them out of game, Cactus.
Okay.
Ooh, one of mine is the thing that you did with the bones, Prango. I could do the bone thing too.
You gain 2 perks.
I think
here's
Alex
your-
might.
My ritual casting spells become like cantrips and can be casted at will?
You know,
Dark
for you
generation.
that just sits there and does rituals like constantly, I think that's good for you.
Yeah, that's really good for me
So you
because now I don't
gained-
have to like sit here for forever.
You gained the perk of Grey Magic and Dark Generation. Due to your connection to the old times, you can use 4 sorcery points to transmute into 1 summon point.
What the hell is a
And-
summon point?
That's your points
That's
for your
to-
Eldritch Eye.
yeah,
Your summoning.
To make the rolls.
So you can-
Oh, so like at the end of the day, I can any sorcery
No.
points that I have over,
this
I can.
so like in combat, if you want to, you can use 4 sorcery points to transmute to a free roll without having to use this bonus action.
And you can use these rolls like a bonus action,
Yes.
right?
Yes, because Dark Generation is an at-will, like meta magic. Sacrifice. It's basically a new meta magic thing. Dark Generation. You can sacrifice 4 sorcery points to transmute into 1 summon point,
All right.
and that summon point can be used without having to use the bonus action, because you're sacrificing 4 sorcery.
Also, guys, Alex is out of it, so I think it might be a good idea to try and end it.
Okay. Do we want
I
to find out
wanna-
what was in the chests?
Yeah, I want
though?
to get the other chests open.
So I cast detect magic on all of them. I didn't see. Did he like leave?
No, he's still here.
Okay.
I think he's just like sleepy while listening to us.
Oh, sorry, Alex.
So the next thing that you have 3 chests. Who wants to open up the 3 chests?
It's all good. I did say
Oh,
I
open
was
one.
checking them. I'm just.
We're
I'm
almost
trying-
done. We're
trying
almost
to
done.
avoid- Yeah, I said I was checking them before. When
Yep.
I was letting all of that stuff go through with the thing.
So
Well, and
So
detect
bad.
magic is going, so anything that's magical should be glowing right now.
in the first chest, you find a chest plate of ice.
Nope.
Basically, it's a breastplate of cold.
You
I don't-
want this?
Who wants it?
I don't think either of us. Alex would be the only one who could. I don't think the other of us
I don't
would
wear
wear
armor.
it. Neither do we.
Yeah, so neither one. All right. I will. I mean, I'll grab it and like put it in my bag to take it back with us. Maybe I can sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
After that, you
Put it in my
find.
bag.
After that, you find a refraction wand.
Oh,
That one.
It's another
I'll
homebrew
take a
item.
look at it.
Do any of
I'll
you?
take a
is
look
that?
at it.
Okay, so I will tell you now and type it up later. Basically, a refraction wand is that spending a charge from the wand has 4 charges, and then it's done. You gotta wait for a day for it to recharge.
Mhm.
It allows you to elevate a spell without having to cast an elevated spell slot.
Ooh.
So basically, the wand is made up of a bunch of tiny little shards of glass and mirrors. When you spend a slot, the mirrors go out and refract the spell off the mirror to then hit another mirror and go hit the target, which will then up it to another level.
I can use that. I'm constantly
So,
outcasting.
if you want to think of it like this, a create bonfire is elevated into a fireball, but you have to only use it on cantrips. So, a cantrip elevates into a normal spell.
Dude,
So-
Balsam, that's bomb.
So, say you casted Ray of Frost, it would turn into, say, a Sleet Storm or something,
Oh,
or an Ice Knife. Or if you casted, say, Poison Spray, it would refract and become like a Cloud of Confusion.
It doesn't just cast the spell at a higher level?
It refracts it into a larger spell.
Oh, okay.
So,
But
That's
who's
awesome.
in charge of that? Is he in charge of that, or is the DM in charge of that?
if anybody's gonna fight for it.
what, the refraction? I tell
Yeah.
you what it refracts into. But it's up to you to
Okay.
keep track of your charges and stuff. So
Dude,
I'll-
Balsam, take it. I just got a huge, weird, maybe buff. You take it.
What exactly does the wand look like?
give me a second.
I'll take it, but I just want to know what it looks like.
Um, un momento as I find the picture for it in my pictures. I'll post it in OOC and then type it out in Homebrew.
That's cool. It's
That's
like
a
Lord of
nice
the Rings
looking
shit.
wand.
Okay, what else?
I'm typing this out. Give me a moment.
Did anyone ever have a wand in Lord of the Rings? They only had like staffs, right?
No one had a wand, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the vines around the carvings around the stones just reminds me of that.
Seems cool.
Seems like something you could twirl between your fingers. You know, like I had
Like
this one
a-
chick in high school that was like really good at twirling a pencil between her fingers. It kind of looks like that, like something good at that. Pranka, why don't you wear any armor? Is that just a feature of your Fey ancestry?
I think he's just I think he's just that
I'm a
type
mo-
of person.
I'm a monk, so not wearing
Oh.
a kind of
I think he's just a weird person.
I've never met a monk before. You're the first one I've ever come across, so thank you for telling me.
Alright, guys, I'm moving on. I'll hear about what happened and the rest of the stuff later on. Like,
He can type it out and we can divvy it up with you sometime between this week and the next. How about that? Go to bed, sweetie.
thank you. Night, y'all.
Go sleep.
Good night.
Good night, bud.
Sorry. Taking so long.
It's all good.
It happens with things being online and needing to be typed out.
Although imagine with paper it would probably be a lot longer. So I think we lucked out.
Honestly. I mean, I'm writing things down as I can. I'm gonna have to go back through Homebrew and update my binder.
There you go, glass
Can
wand.
you-
Can I what?
A glass wand?
I just named it glass wand for reference. It's sorry, refraction wand. Whoopsie.
Dude, Balsam, that is a bomb.
So, when you cast a cantrip through this wand,
Thing.
you can refract it to a higher spell, example, bonfire to fireball. When each slot increases the refraction, so if you sacrifice 2 slots within the spell casting, it would go from bonfire to sunbeam.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, I would much
If
rather have that go to you as our dedicated magic person.
And lastly, you find... 1 minute. I gotta roll for myself.
like a roly-poly.
I'm also going to say that since my ritual spells can now be casted as cantrips, we can just always assume, and especially because I can't speak my baby's language, and it can't speak back to me except like in my head, and that's only if I understand its language, that we just always have like this telepathic bond. Like I'm just going to constantly be like re-upping it every hour. I can
You get it
remember
for
to
free
do that
now.
in game, but yeah, instead of it taking time, like I'm just gonna constantly make sure like I'm re-upping it, and you, Prango, me, Ivan, and Misty are gonna be included in it.
Cactus, if I casted comprehend languages, could I directly talk to the little guy?
It doesn't speak a language.
No,
Shit.
he speaks deep speech, but can't speak, but most things can't that are understand deep speech only speak telepathically anyway, so would telepathy
He can
overrun
understand.
that?
He can understand you. He just can't talk to you because
He didn't learn it.
he didn't learn it.
Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't really have a mouth either, but I think he'll make himself known, won't you, baby?
So, as I rolled, you found bracers of defense.
Oh man, he left. That sounds like Soul Prango.
But he can't wear armor.
Would that count as armor, or is that like a weapon?
Bracers are not armor; they're an attunement item.
Ooh.
Bracers are like wristbands.
That's totally Prango.
Yeah.
Unless Thistle wants to start boxing people. I mean, I'm all for it. I'll throw a bunch of
No,
buffs
my
on you.
unarmed strikes aren't that great.
I'll throw some buffs your way. You got it.
No.
Bracers of defense are a normal item in D&D, so I just pinged him and told him what he got.
Yeah, no. Prango could definitely have bracers of defense.
So that is what you find. Do you guys want to still continue on into the altar, or do you want to
ice-
stop it here?
What is the ice thing?
The ice. What?
Ice.
The ice plate? What is it?
Oh, it was a breastplate of cold.
Oh yeah. The thing
I'll
we
look
want to
that
sell
up.
because nobody can
He
wear
pocketed
it.
it.
Well, he's still theoretically here as his character.
Is it like heavy armor or medium armor?
Breastplates are heavy armor.
Oh, okay. I don't.
You could wear it.
Yeah,
You
I
just
don't
have
have-
disadvantage on stealth. It's not good for a rogue.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
want
think
that for
Mhm.
my character. No, I don't think, because Alex tends to like combat more than exploration stuff. I definitely want to check out the altar, and I have detect
Okay.
magic going on the altar. So are those magic items? The quill and the ink?
It's an altar to a god.
Again, you don't like answering questions directly, do you?
They are magical in nature, but they are an altar to a specific god.
So are they things that would be useful, or do we not know?
Okay. So you have detect magic.
I'm gonna cast identify
That
on
would be
both of them.
like they're magical. Yes. Identify.
Okay.
So as you cast identify, you see that. So what happens is your eye gives off a flare of gray fire, and then you cast your ritual identify without having to use the time.
Dude, this is bomb.
As you do so, you found the
I'm so
god
impatient.
Denier.
Denier.
You found the god of research. You found the god of research, writing, and books.
How do you
Ah,
spell Denier?
the god of nerds.
The nerds.
Denier.
Okay, god of research.
God of research, books, and writing.
Okay.
The altar is in a dormant state, meaning the god is sort of like sleeping. You would have to activate the altar in order for him to come out. Well, he or she, I don't know the
Does the
gender.
identify spell, because I'm casting it on the two components, the quill and the ink.
You've identified that it is an altar of Denier. You know that he is sleeping in a, like they're sleeping. You wouldn't know how to like say activate him or get him out, but
You cutting out bad.
I'm sorry.
Cactus?
Yeah, I'm here. My internet tanked. I'm
We
sorry.
did not catch what you said.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're good.
So Denier is a. They're the god of knowledge, and you know that of that knowledge that. What I'm saying is you don't know how to wake them up, but you would know that they're there. Does that make sense?
I don't necessarily want to wake them up. I want to know if these are things that we should take with us or not.
You can't take them with you. They're bound to the altar.
Okay, but can I use them?
It's not like they're like a usable ink and quill. They're just jeweled to look like them. Carved out jewels to look like a ink and quill.
Oh, okay. I thought they were
It's a
functional.
purple
Okay.
jewel, like a purple jewel bottle that looks like an ink bottle, and a emerald quill.
Okay. Is there anything about this altar that we might be missing that we didn't see necessarily? Do I need to do like an insight check or something?
So far, you saw everything that you need to see. It's about, do you want to touch it and wake up the god?
Balsam, are you okay if I try to touch it?
Ah. Do not know. Could be interesting.
I'm gonna walk up to it and I'm just gonna take my hand and place it like I'm putting like a palm print on the right side page of the book underneath where the words are inscribed.
Okay, 1 minute. I have to read some things.
I'm gonna take Misty out from under my hair and hand him to Balsam and say, "Here, hold Misty for me, just in
Oh,
case."
you little beautiful.
He just kind of licks your hand and looks at you.
He and Ivan just start like playing in a corner.
Ivan's just looking at him. And, like, Ivan, like, kind of like bats his head and he just looks at him like, hey, don't do that.
I'm gonna pass you a length of of my yarn, Balsam, attached to like a little ball bearing, so you can drag it along for them.
So,
Ah.
as you sit down, Ivan is playing with the ball bearing and trying to catch it. Misty doesn't seem to be too interested, but he walks over to the string and begins to like. He like kind of like snips his little pincers on the string. They're not sharp enough to cut it yet, so you just kind of like clamp it on the string.
Oh, you're gonna be a little troublemaker when you grow up, aren't you?
Okay,
According to the monster character sheet, yes.
So,
But he's on
You-
our side.
are you going to place your hand on the altar?
Yes. I'm trying to like make a palm print, like, you know, in high school when you're trying to like put your hand up on like the wall with all the other handprints covered in paint, like that kind of a thing.
Okay. The spirit of... I'll show you an image of kind of like what comes out, so you know what I mean. The spirit of an old man arises from behind the altar, holding a book and a lantern, reading over it. As he looks out at you, he says, "For you have awakened me from my slumber. For what year do we exist in this moment?"
Out of character, Cactus, what year are we in?
You are within the 42nd year. So you are within 4200 AE. 4200
I'm
after
good.
the L4.
I'm gonna tell that to the spirit.
As you tell him, it's been quite a while. I suppose that none of my people have been around, although those laggards only cared for what I could give them in return of capital, not of knowledge. For I see that you are one who cares greatly of books and of stories.
I do. And if I may, sir, I don't want to assume your pronouns.
For I am a man, you could say. Your gender's of
If
no
I may,
concern.
sir. I think there may be someone within this castle who still is devoted to you, but I'm not sure because he also seems to care a great deal about books to the point of killing people who touch them without asking.
Yes.
I believe he is also a nerd.
He does do quite a bit of studying and documentation. He's a very good follower, he is. Blessed that I give him
So
long
your
life.
your followers are not all gone then?
Not all of them. But all the ones that came before, yes, they are gone. I have blessed the only one that remains with long life and vigor, that he may continue on with his dedication to knowledge.
Totally laughing out of character at Taurus's nerd comment.
Why are you laughing?
Out of character, I'm laughing at
Okay.
Taurus's nerd comics. It just is sticking
he's
with
a
me a
nerd.
little bit. And he's also a nerd. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Please continue.
For he brings great dedication of history, knowledge, arcane. He is such a good follower. But I have blessed him with long life and vigor of this world, so he may continue. But sadly it appears he's at his wit's end. The candlewick is almost burned out, and not much can be done with magic. I've extended his life for at least 200 more years. Death catches up with us all. You have
That's
awoken me.
sad. He does have a great deal of knowledge, it seems, and he also helps another denizen of this castle who is one of the only friends that we've made while we were here.
He is very fond of him. But, as all of his knowledge, as he dies a devout follower, shall be brought to my archives, and to expand the pillars of knowledge that I know and shall share.
You know, of all the afterlives I've heard of, that seems like one of the better ones.
His knowledge and consciousness brought to a book where it may lay within the very shelves of my archives. Each one of the spirits perusing the books and growing more deeply within their thirst. But I know you. I know you quite well, actually. The both of you.
How?
For every person that ever comes into existence has a book to them, a biography of sorts. Every action you make, everything that you do, is archived within its text. Even down to the very footsteps you took through that door, into which the eye that you have just gained. All found within the archive that I possess.
Kind of like the Fates, except for readers.
Yeah.
Cool.
I sense a great trembling presence, a lack of will,
Boss.
and a lack of
Sorry,
lack
it's
of-
a little cold.
a lack of humanity within this castle. What has transpired since my departure?
Balsam, you're better with the lore of this castle and what we're trying to do here than I am.
I am?
I thought so. You explained it to Ludwig.
I did, didn't I?
You did, and he didn't kill you.
He's just playing hard to get.
What do you want to do?
Is he offering a blessing?
He asked what happened in this castle since he got put into his chamber, or into his stasis.
Ah. Did we get a history? I feel like we basically know what's going on now, but we don't know what's exactly happened to the castle, right? Like, we know about all the shit that's fighting each other and all that.
I think to our understanding, this castle used to be a place of... It didn't used to be the way that it is now, but the way that it is now is harboring a great evil. And so we, me and my two friends here, and our babies, have been... But the babies came later.
Especially the babies.
Yes, especially the babies. They just got grandfathered. We didn't have these babies, just to be clear. We just kind of found them. Got...
So you're a great mother of the beyond, then?
Is it Chul the Beyond? He's right here with me right now.
Oh, a Chul of the great grandeur. They've made great delicacies of time past, although I've not heard
do, they were
much about
delicious.
them. And as he's talking, he begins to trail off on a tyrant and rant about Chul and taste and delicacy of food.
Bossum is listening intensely.
He didn't stop. I'm very sorry. What was you saying?
No, please.
Oh,
if you have
great.
other
This one-
information.
This one is not for eating, and I kind of stroke his head, but there is a nest just down the way, and we got rid of the eel that looked like my friend here. So you could just go right in and get whatever you want, but this one's mine. This is Misty,
Oh,
and Balsam got a spirit kitty.
Very nice. Oh, you have a cat of the void. Excellent, excellent. I hope you're feeding him shadows well. They do tend to get quite starved for them.
Feeding him what?
Shadows. Shadow
Balsam,
creatures.
You have to feed your cat shadows.
Bossum looks around in the corner. Are there
They're
any
quite-
shadows in the
They're
corner?
quite deadly creatures. They latch on a people's shadows, tear them apart, and eat their souls alive, leaving only behind husks of flesh and meat.
Does this guy have a shadow?
No, he's coming out of the altar.
So
Shit.
if we fight any shadow creatures, I'm gonna shoot Balsam a look. We will make sure that we keep their bodies with us after we kill them and give them to Ivan.
Ivan. You hungry, Ivan? I feel like I realized I have not fed you once. Are you hungry?
We've only been here 4 days.
He gives you a glare.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ivan. Oh no.
I'm gonna offer Ivan one of my rations.
He can't eat that.
All right, Sir, do you know where we can find some shadow creatures? Because I don't want my
Oh,
friend's cat to starve.
you can find the great shadows underneath the ancient library beneath the castle. I believe there's also a great number of creatures in there, such as shadow beings, giants, and the god of the abyss.
Great to know.
You
I'm
know,
writing all of this down.
the god of the abyss, the other ancient evil you were told about was in the castle.
The what?
Cool. Denier, I'm making careful notes, so thank you for all this information.
I must ask you, though, since you are the one that has a love of books and knowledge, I wish not to be back in my dormant sleep, but I don't have another follower that will be yet still alive soon enough. Mine is dying, and while he is still living, he's stretched a bit too thin, like butter spread against too much bread.
Mmm.
That's how I
Butter.
like my toast.
Would you be willing to take on a weary god's request?
What would the request be?
To become a student of mine. He's wanting to enter a pact with you.
I would, but I always read my contracts before I sign anything. So,
So, out of character, what a pact of Denier offers you is you get a book. This book you can inscribe every level up of. So you get another passive class. Congratulations through this pact.
no shit.
You can only have one. You just got one, but this passive class is the scribe. It goes from scribe, I believe, scribe, researcher, grand scribe to then bookkeeper. Anyways, as you level up the class, you get a book that has spells in it. Those spells you can then cast from the book because it's acting like a wizard book. It just extends the spells that you can cast. But it feeds off your own slots.
That's what I already have through my my class that my feat that I took to. That's how I have all of these. I'm a ritual caster, so that's basically what I already have. Can I tell him like in character? I believe I may already be doing that.
Then I believe I have something different. So then I have other options besides this. The other option is that you gain the different you get a book of aspects. These aspects are the different aspects of the magical world around you. They are core concepts of the magical world manifested into different abilities. So say you chose the aspect of space, you could manipulate a piece of matter in front of you however you wish. Or you conjure up the aspect of time. You can conjure up some ability of time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
In the book of concepts, it goes from you get a limited number of concepts to start out with. After those concepts, you get states of magic. So then you might be able to infer lightning. So you could first start off with concepts, then its elements, and then its effects. So it could be, I want to summon up the aspect of heart. Therefore, then you can influence emotions of one thing in front of you. Or you wanted to summon up the elemental, like the elemental of acid. You can make a acid pool somewhere on the map. Or you summon up the effect of stunning.
And it's not like one thing, like I'm not like choosing a class. It's I can change up what that is at any time.
It's as you level up, you get more that you can control. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
You'd start out maybe with time. You might start out with, like, say, blood, which is about relations, breath, wind, and life. Summon up breath. You gain the life of breath, and now you have more wind and can maybe float for a little bit. That's the idea.
Okay.
And what you should be doing is you gain experience by researching history, reading books, and finding out weaknesses in researching creatures. So maybe over like short rest or long rest, or while you're in combat, roll an insight on a creature to try to find out more about it. Gain some experience points.
Okay, and you're going to keep track of those?
I keep track of the experience.
Okay.
I just add to it when I need to.
Was that his other option? Did you say option or options?
That is the other option. You either choose the wizard book where you gain more spells, or you choose the aspectual conceptuals.
Sir, Denier, Your Holiness, and I'd make like a infernal cross on myself. That sounds honestly like a lot of fun. What are the requirements on me, or like what's the fine print?
The fine print for you, my dear, is to research, to research, gain knowledge, read more books, and find out more about this world, and document it.
So you're honestly going to give me a great gift for doing something that I already want to do?
Yes, for this is why I exist, to
And
add to
what-
my archive.
You said document it. Do I need to like write it down and bring
He
it back
holds
to you?
out a hand and dumps onto your hands a hefty book. So first up is, so on the pedestal there's two books. One book is made of a greenish, I'll send pictures of them, but one is a greenish book. For this is your book of aspectual. And then he summons another book. This is an infinite dendrogram. Basically, the other book is an infinite book of pages with an ink bottle and quill with an infinite bottle of ink.
I love it.
Oh,
Whatever you document here is given to me.
what happens if you hold that upside down? Will it just fill the whole room with ink?
It won't respond to anything but the quill.
Ah, shame.
Great question, though.
Blossom will turn
Um,
away.
Do you accept?
I happily
pact?
accept, Denier.
Okay, you are now a scribe of Denier. I will type this
Wait,
up.
does that usurp my eye?
No, your eye
Okay,
still.
good.
Passive classes can be added on to. You can have up to 3. That's it.
Okay. Denier, can I ask you a question before you do whatever it is you want to do? I'm sure you have a long list, given that you've been in that book for a long time.
You may.
So my friend here, kind of got tricked into a pact with a evil deity.
No, I accept it fully.
My other friend, who's also standing right next to me, he was basically given new bones, or was told that he was going to die. I'm hoping that something in which that you gave me, or maybe by your divine wisdom, you might be able to do something so that my friend could have his bones back. I figure it can't hurt to ask.
I know of knowledge that you seek. For the knowledge that I can give you is that somewhere within the alchemist's lab is a scientist that transmutes. I do not know if he is still alive by this time, but if you can find his research, you could find a way to get a transmutation liquid that allows you to transmute things. He worked within the study of skeletal and biological. I figure if you could plunge deep enough to the bone, you could one by one transmute his bones back from metal to organic.
We're making our way through the castle, and this is the farthest and definitely the deepest that we've gotten. Do you have any way to tell us how we might find the alchemist's lab?
You need to go back whence you came, through the second corridor, up through the middle path and take the left door. You'll find yourself at the base of the alchemist's laboratory.
I'm so sorry, Denier. Okay, go back through the second corridor. I'm writing all this down, like, as we're
Go
going.
through the second corridor. Enter through the central gate. Choose the
Okay.
left door. Past. Choose the left door and you'll enter the alchemist lab. The right door leads to the great cult.
The Great Cult?
I would not go there if I were you.
But it's great.
The great cult is of an old cult. For they are very much of many gods and many religions, burdened by time and left to rot. They are evil.
Okay.
Within
And
their
just like
nature.
I'm repeating directions back, can I run this back by you? Okay, so we're supposed to go back through the second corridor and enter the main gate and choose the left door because the right door will go to the Great Cult, which we shouldn't go to. Now, is that from here or is that through the front gate? Because I think we're going back to our guild after this.
So, out of character, you would go out of the
I'm
catacombs.
bad with directions.
You go out of the catacombs, up the stairs, through the second great corridor, through the middle gate area, choose the left door, alchemist lab.
You speak really fast.
It also sucks we don't have a reference.
It's almost like you gotta explore the castle
All
to find
those
it
are
out.
pretty. Okay, so from the main gate, what do we do?
The main gate, you mean the gate you came in first?
Yes.
So, from the main gate, you go through the first grand corridor, then you have the split between the Bone Cathedral, straight ahead to the second corridor, or through the catacombs. You go to the second corridor, then you go through the center
Wait,
area.
which one does the second corridor?
Okay.
Because you said go through the grand corridor, and then we've got
okay,
the split.
so I'm talking about in terms of. So, outside of the castle, there's that garden area.
Right.
You cross the bridge. You go to
Right.
that little garden area again. You come to the main gate. Go through to the first corridor. You come to the split point of you either climb the ladder to the Bone Cathedral, go
Right.
through the main area, or go down to the catacombs. You
So
go
we keep
to,
going through the main
yes.
area.
Go to the second
Okay.
corridor.
The
Then you
thing that
enter
they
a
had to go
center
through
area.
that was like
Uh-huh.
covered in rock, right?
Then you come to the center area, which is like you can call it the center gate. And
Is
that's
that where all the cleaning maids were?
That's the second corridor where all the cleaning maids were.
So do we need to go back to there?
You need to go back to there through the center gate, which is near the altar of a flux. Then you choose the left door, which brings you into the alchemist lab.
Okay, so go back to the maid's corridor, choose the left door.
Back to the maid's corridor, central gate, left door.
Central gate. Okay. Go back to the maid's corridor, go through the central gate, choose the left door.
Yep.
Okay, back in character. Denier, I look forward to a long life of serving you very, very well.
The longer you serve me, the better I shall give to you, and you shall give to me.
Sounds like a great symbiotic relationship.
By the way, do you have a culinary book? I see that you're a man of culinary arts. I have a bit of an interest.
For cooking, as I do not need to eat, but I'm sure it's somewhere within my archive. If your friend does well enough, maybe I shall bless it to you.
Ah.
Oh, I'm gonna make a note of that.
Okay, so I gotta keep egging Thistle to become a full nerd. I got you.
He then enters
Look
into
for
his.
balsam.
He then enters in back into his quill, as then you feel a slight tinge on your heart as it hurts a little bit, as your name is newly engraved in black lettering on the stone book.
I look at it and say, holy shit. Balsam. Remind me to, like, look into everything, and I'm gonna get you a cookbook.
We cut to a future thing where Thistle's hard reading a book and Balsam's in the back of the room just cheering constantly.
And I'm gonna turn to Prango, who is asleep. We're gonna carry him out of the castle and say, Prango, we're gonna get you fixed. And since he's so heavy, we're just gonna go
So as you
start
carry
pulling him out
him,
of the castle.
as you carry him out of the castle, you come.
Actually, I'm not even gonna like stress about it. I'm just gonna cast
Fireball.
what the fuck? The disc.
Floating disc.
Yes, I'm gonna cast my floating disc and we're gonna roll him onto it and just bring him along with us.
Roll this unconscious body onto it, and you just see the disc kind of shakily lift
I'll
up.
polymorph him into a puppy.
Stay still.
He can't be polymorphed.
He can't?
No,
Oh shit, it's like a thing
Well,
you got, right?
immutable
Fuck.
form.
Yeah, I
The-
forgot.
The disc is up to 500 pounds, I think.
Okay.
So I just
Yeah,
like to
500
think. I just
pounds.
like to think it's shaking because hefty bunny. So
Hefty, tiny little bunny. Balsam, let's go. We've got to have something to report to the guild by now. Or at the very least,
your
we
little
can sell this
so
breastplate.
Misty is like crawling over to you as like you begin to walk because like it didn't want to be left behind.
Oh, never, my baby. But I know that you're a big boy, and you'll come where mommy comes, don't you? Won't you? I say in its head, with Balsam and Ivan being able to hear.
It begins to like softly like claw at your body and just kind of climbs up over your backpack to like lay under your hair on your neck. And
Yeah, you
pack.
just you're fine up there. And for the record, out of character, Cactus, I now want to start to try to learn the language of deep speech so that I can communicate with it without necessarily needing the telepathic
That
bond.
will require a few sessions to learn.
Yeah, I know, but I'm letting you know. Like, I'm
Okay.
gonna start to try to do that.
Okay. Are you heading back to the Bone Cathedral or are you heading out?
I think we're heading out.
Out, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got to have some information that the guild would be willing to pay for at this point.
As you head out of the castle, time skip, you head out of the castle and you go out to the ship as, you know, they've been patiently waiting for at least a day and a half. They pull up anchor and you go back to the guild and you go into the guild master's room. And I'm guessing you relay all the knowledge that you did to him about everything.
Mm-hmm. Can we also
He-
sell the cold chest plate thingy?
You can. So, what you get in return is each of you gets a 120 gold,
Excellent.
Damn!
and you
Oh.
sell the armor for 1 platinum.
You said 120?
120 gold and 1 platinum piece for the cold breastplate.
Where is our gold counted?
It's in your inventory.
Inventory?
Yeah, it'll be like right at the top of that section.
Yeah,
Just
it's
click
a
on the-
tiny little thing in the top right.
It's a gold thing, but it doesn't look like a
Oh,
gold.
I see. Okay. So an additional 120
Yes.
each?
Each of you.
Okay, so we need to tell that to Balsam. And what does a platinum come out to? Gold?
It tells you the conversion.
Oh, it's 10 gold pieces, so basically 33 each. And because I mean, we can talk about it with Prango, but I would give the extra one to Balsam because I made him think he needed to give me
Okay.
half of his gold before then,
Session
and I felt
ends.
bad.